Oh, for lo these many years, forsooth, the dungeon comes calling, and the adventurer takes the heed of the creed, the adventurer's creed, and so boldly we delve into the depths of the descent into Undermountain. Hello, young knave Charkie.
Hello, Cass.
Yeah, not so much as I can keep that going for too. I didn't have anything going there. That felt like
I was like, what's the gender neutral of Lord and Lady? I can't figure this one out.
I appreciate that was your commitment to that was your struggle with it. Mine was just finding like old-timey words to say, fantasy words to say. It was just every word was like pulling teeth out of my mouth. Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to what should hopefully be, with any luck at all, the conclusion to Descent to Undermountain.
I mean, be honest, you're gonna be sad to see it go, right?
You know, honestly, kinda yes. Like, okay. One, stream poison. We throw this term around a lot. This is stream poison. This is the sort of game that you get the idea after the first episode, right? You know, as a viewer. And so you're like, okay, I don't need to see the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 episodes of this, so you don't tune back in. And that's fine. I can't blame people for that. I wouldn't watch someone play this game, right? But, on the other hand, I am deeply fascinated by this game at this point. Like, honestly, I know, like, the running joke, and the running truth is that this is, like, killing the channel. It's not really killing the channel. We're doing just fine. But that, you know, record low viewership, in that it's torturous, tedious. But, like, I'm interested. I want to see where this goes. I want to have under my belt that I finished Descent to Undermountain. That's not a claim that a lot of people can make. And, you know, there's probably, like, a lot more to this in terms of the development story, in terms of, like, the history behind it, that we don't even get to really explore in this stream format, because I didn't do my research. And this playthrough has made me want to, like, do that research, like, to really, like, know it, to become the world's leading expert on Descent to Undermountain. Because if it's not going to be me, it's not going to be anyone else. That's for damn certain. How do you feel about the continuation of this playthrough? You came in on the second episode. You're here for what should be the final one.
I'm just happy to hang out with you for 3 hours.
Aww. And then we'll hang out another...
Because I'm not following anything about the game.
Folks, we usually pride ourselves on our commentary being always germane to the game to some extent, on riffing on what's in front of us. This one has been a struggle in that sense, I will confess. But this should, as I said, be the conclusion. We can move on to bigger, better, more exciting, more watchable things. Magic Now's in chat saying, I missed the previous 2 Undermountain streams. Can someone catch me up? Dungeons and Dragons. There were dragons. And that's all you need to know, I think. Luis PSC says, always forgot to ask, is cowpoke gender neutral for cowboy, cowgirl? I like it as a gender neutral for I like going by cowpoke. Cowpoke is my favorite nickname, my favorite prefix, or a prefix even, to Cassidy. It's good alliteration, too. That's always the ticket. That's always the secret, is alliteration is key. You know what else is key? To the success of the stream, to the success of the show, to the watchability of all this.
Oh, what's that?
Charkie's stream snack. Take it away.
All right. Tonight's stream snack drink is Positive Energy, Zero Sugar, Tropical Bliss, Immunity Boosting Energy.
That was a lot of words.
It is a lot of words. Not recommended for children, it says. Now, it's got on the cover, on the label rather, it's got a picture of a coconut and a picture of a lime. The lime is not in the coconut, I will say that. I think there's a copyright reason why they can't do that, but
probably.
Let's see how it tastes. You know, it kind of tastes like
coconut water. Good or bad?
Which I guess that's not surprising. Coconut water with some really heavy lime on the back end.
But is it a win?
It's not something I'm going to revisit.
Okay.
It definitely feels like it's immunity boosting. It feels like something that is covered in healthy buzzwords while still being a bad for you energy drink.
A wonderful way to put it.
Yeah.
Is that the extent of your stream snack tonight?
That's the extent of the new ones. Like, the food is just the extra crunchy taquitos again.
Fair enough. With that sauce that Dan Reichert personally recommended to you?
Not with the sauce. I think those crunchy ones, the extra crunchy ones, are good by themselves. The plain ones really need something to help them out.
That is fair. In that case, I'll share my stream snack, which is just this jar of moonshine that I have. Actually, you know what? Bonus or exclusive, surprise, improvise here. I have had a can of Asahi Kiwami Black. It's the black coffee I got from the Japanese convenience store. In order to maximize its deliciousness, the selected roasting method is used, says the quote on the can here. And this has been sitting on my desk for 3 days, lukewarm. Let's take a screw off and let's just taste what some warm fucking coffee or lukewarm. Oh, God.
Okay, sounds promising.
That touched the tongue.
As far as it got?
Yep. The essence of coffee is still very strong in my mouth right now. Okay. Emergency moonshine, emergency drink up right now. Ay. Okay. It's much better. Oh, the things I do. The things I do for the show.
One of these days, I'm probably going to have to bring on a coffee as my stream snack thing. And it's not that I don't like coffee. It's that I'd have to like get up and use the restroom like very quickly after that. Coffee just goes right through me.
I see. Well, we'll bear that in mind. You'll have to drink it at the end of the show. You'll have to keep it warm somehow. Or keep it lukewarm, as I did, and it went so well for me.
Keep it boiling hot.
Speaking of boiling hot...
Actually, I just realized that coffee's supposed to be hot.
Yes. Yes, it is.
In my head, I'm so used to always having iced coffee.
That's fine,
the idea
too.
Of, like,
You're allowed.
Boiling hot... the idea of boiling hot coffee to me sounded like that's ridiculous.
Repulsive.
I should say that as a joke.
Who would dare? Who would even consider? Speaking of boiling hot, speaking of heating things up, it's time for Undermountain. But first, before we get into the game, I think it is finally time, 5 episodes in, to watch the intro to this video game. I had to go into the disc. I had to rip the .mve files that comprise the game's FMVs, and then I had to find a way to convert those into an actual video container. In this case, it's AVI. But I have them, and I needed it because there's also the credits. The ending of the game is also contained within MP4, and there's also another cutscene that I just realized I need to convert right now, too, to also make it watchable. I can do that in the background. This will be fine.
This is what we call a late title drop.
Yeah, something like that. It's about as late as you can get, unless we played it at the very end, if it was literally the last thing we streamed out. But yes, this is... What this is intended to be is the intro that plays at the beginning of the game. Currently, DOSBox, I meant to say, in its implementation, does not know how to decode these proprietary video files that... I had to use a key from another game on, not the Descent engine, the Infinity engine game. I had to use, like, Baldur's Gate to crack into this file, to break past the protection on it, to convert it into a usable file format. I know this is all terribly exciting, by the way.
So you had to get the party from Baldur's Gate to descend into Undermountain to rescue the files.
To rescue this video file. And, you know...
Like, if this was Reboot, that's how that would work, right?
Yeah, I mean, Reboot, as far as I'm aware, is how computers work in real life, just like Tron is. I always just take the stuff at face value.
By the way, I assume that Reboot as a show is meant to get kids to not want to play video games. Because of the implication that every time you win at a video game, children, you are killing the people who live in your computer.
That would put me off of it. I must confess, that would make me feel like, reconsider my gaming exploits to a certain extent. People in the chat saying, can we get a 3-hour stream of you troubleshooting opening these video files? We talk about stream poison here. This is already precarious at best. Please, join the Discord if you want to see me putz around with stuff. Please put a link to the Discord, because you'll see me do all manner of busy work and tedious stuff. But speaking of busy work and tedious stuff, this intro to this intro has gone on long enough. Let us just watch the damn thing. All 49 seconds of it. Oh, audio.
Undermountain. A dungeon labyrinth built by the mad wizard Halaster a millennium ago. Located beneath the city of Waterdeep.
It's a hell of a walk.
A source of fear for those who make their homes here. I have summoned adventurers from across the Forgotten Realms
A truly icy gaze.
and undertake a quest to see what is stirring within the great
By which I mean it's frozen in place.
fear what they will find. Or worse, what will find.
Need to find the restroom.
What's behind door number 1? That's it. That's where the video
A
file
traffic
is.
cone.
So there you go. Then it cuts to the title screen from there. And speaking of cutting to the title screen, it would help if I actually launched it in the background, so I could cut to it, so I could smash cut to it straight away. But not fully on the ball. So stream it out to you. Stream it out to the stream in a second. And there it is. So there has been a change made behind the scenes here. I went ahead and updated the game. I went ahead and patched the game to version 1.2. That is not the latest patch. The latest is 1.3. But I decided that for this last episode, we should probably see what, if any, improvements they started to make as they went through the process of patching this game.
Right, now Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
You had decided to stream to me your Discord window, which is an interesting behind-the-scenes look.
Oh, well, let me...
into your life, but that's not helping me with the stream.
Yeah, let me go ahead and... How does that look? Does that look like a video game?
Yeah, that's better.
I just had Discord on the mind, I guess. All right, so I'm happy to report that the saves do work, that you can patch the game and your save files won't get completely busted, at least not that I'm aware of, not that I noticed. I believe we want to start from P53 instead of P54, so we'll start at the beginning of the third to last dungeon in the game. Also, let me get my guide up. I'm horribly unprepared tonight, by the way, just in case that wasn't already obvious. But I do have my text document open now, so I can glance over if we need help. Let's get it. It takes an extra second or two to load in this 1.2 version. You know, much the same game you're familiar with. The most notable, most obvious change that I notice is the lowercase lettering. You may remember that all the text in Descent to Undermountain in its original release is all uppercase. But this makes the text infinitely more readable, in my opinion. Let me also lower this in my ears a little bit. I'm not used to it being that volume. Okay, there we go. So where we last left off, I believe our mission, our quest, was to kill the Beholder. That is a Beholder down there, so I am sure we will get to killing them soon enough. No biggie.
If I remember at the end of the last episode, you actually just killed them real easily.
Quest left in the deep layer of the Shadow Thieves. You must find the leader of the Undermountain Shadow Thieves, defeat him, and drive the Thieves completely. Okay, so never mind. We're just killing Thieves, I guess.
Okay.
But there are absolutely beholders.
Keep an eye out for the leader of the thieves. He has 9 eyes.
Oh, cool. That's not even like me like walking. Oh, there we go. You see, it's secret, but if you come at it from a weird angle, you just get the hollow mirrors effect. At the far end of this hall, you see what could be an arrow. So, well, I can't see much of anything right now because if I don't hit it from exactly the right angle, there we go. Oh, one other thing that I realized I can finally do in this version of the game, this patched version. Where are you? Journeyman lockpicks. We can finally equip our lockpicks, Charkie.
Oh, do they do anything?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I read into this. What you can use lockpicks for as a thief, your bonus, your boon, is that you can bypass certain locked doors. Not all of them. A lot of them are quest locked, and you just can't do anything about those. But there are certain doors in certain dungeons that if you think to try it, you can potentially skip past some like sequences where you'd otherwise have to hunt down a key. But ultimately, very useless. That's a trap, apparently. Not doing much. Down we go. I think I triggered another one. I'm not too worried about it, though. From this ledge, you can see what appears to be the nest of some sort. As you examine the area, a creature begins to rise from human shadow thief, hit you for 2 damage.
Classic Undermountain pacing.
That's for interrupting me. Well, we're not going to get that message back, so...
Did they fix the thing where the messages just repeat forever in the patch, or
let's find out.
Is that
Maybe.
still the same?
I think it depends on the message. I bet this one will re-trigger because it's a rat message, yeah. Sorry, rat. Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite item in the game.
Oh, yeah, there we are.
It's good to be back. So this is like a vertex warping effect. It's just like basically messing with the X and Y coordinates of different things on the screen to create this distortion effect. Mercifully, it's only that long. I think this would be an ogre. I think you hear something ahead of you just as an ogre peeks around the corner to see if anyone is approaching. We caught each other by surprise. So, Charkie, it is now when I ask,
yes.
What is your bit that you're going to keep the stream alive with? How are you going to sustain this episode, this final episode here?
Oh, I got nothing. Sorry. I'm going through a loss right now, you know? Because I'm like about 70 hours into Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux. And I'm getting close to the end, so I need to switch. I've been riding Chaos for this entire playthrough. But now I need to switch to neutral, because I heard that's like the better of the endings. And that means I have to throw out my entire party.
Ooh.
My party kicks ass, but I'm switching to neutral, so I gotta get rid of them all so I can keep that co-op bonus. That is like one of the things I don't... That's a thing in some Shin Megami Tensei games where they're like, no, you really need to have a party that is the same alignment as you. This one isn't as strict as some of the other ones, but if I want to get the co-op bonus, I need to change my entire party. So I am...
Invisible enemies. Like, honest to God, invisible enemies.
I had to get rid of King Frost.
Is he like a Jack bro, or...?
Yeah, he's the king of all the Jack brothers. Or he's at least the king of all the Jack Frosts.
Up and up we go. That is unfortunate. When you said that you were suffering a loss, I was just like, oh no, is Charkie not telling me something? Was there like a loss? Because there's like something like heavy happened before the show? And it's like, oh, video game shit.
Yeah. I can't
not
use
to
churro.
diminish.
I can't use I can't use churro anymore. And she was my girl. She was my healer. She was great.
Trying to decide which way I
But
want
King
to go.
Frost, man, King Frost, that hurts.
That's
He
your
was like,
homie.
I accidentally like overpowered him like way too much because I kept feeding him like magic incense, and he just one-shots bosses that are like 20 levels above him. So I was like, oops. But it makes the game easier. So
Rip to a real one. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any RPGs I'd have played in my life where you, at a certain point, are forced to be like, oh, by the way, that party of yours, put them out of their misery, kill them all, can't take them with you.
well,
There's a few games. I've probably spoiler territory to say like some RPGs that make you do that, for example, but
it's kind of my fault because like I went into this knowing I wanted to do a neutral run, but like I accidentally started going down the chaos route, and then it turned out that like, oh, chaos has like all the cool demons and also the most powerful ones as far as I could tell.
bad guys have all the fun, as it turns out.
Also, so chaos isn't bad in these games. Well, depending on the game. Generally, chaos is like being against order. So being for like independence and like personal freedom and saying fuck God. That's what chaos is.
Sure.
Although in some games, including this one, like they eventually say like, oh, chaos also means survival of the fittest and the strong will suppress the weak. And it's like
Now this
it's like dark chaos.
This is an impressive bedroom. Whoever sleeps here must be really spoiled and pampered. It's a bed, maces on the wall, and a fireplace. The height of luxury in Dungeons and Dragons. Well, no bed now, but opulence. By that measure, that house that Kobold built for me is like a mansion, basically. It had like a nice little waterfall running in it. I love how they sound like the Kensian orphans, and they go, "Ow, sir! Ow, sir, why you stick that pointy thing at me, sir? Please may I not have another?" That's my sick riff on the British. Really showing it to them, really showing those orphans. Yeah. What for?
Yeah.
They've had it too good for too long, I say.
Hey, you know, if any British person wants to try and like come at us, why don't you come on the show, huh?
Yeah, that open challenge. I feel like I can keep going that way, or I can go up and over and maybe talk to that guy who is, well, I assume this bedroom belongs to. Possibly, maybe.
I don't know what it is. And maybe I'm going to go ahead and say it's because you're playing this role-playing game. Let's go ahead and just assume it's because of that. Keep it somewhat on subject. But man, I have fallen back into the Shin Megami hole.
Yeah, you know, you saw Descent to Undermountain, you're like, wow, RPGs could be so much better. What do you want? Speak quickly or you'll eat my blade through a new mouth. That's some wizardry right there, if I ever heard it. I want to know about George's. I guess I want to know about George's. I don't know who the fuck George's is, but I would like to know. You just said a name I didn't want to hear. I think I'll cut out your tongue for that. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Yeah, how's that going for you? How's that new mouth coming along, huh? You got plenty of health.
Okay, have you tried playing this, like, beyond just loading since you've installed the patch?
Yes.
Have you noted how many things have you noticed that's like an appreciable difference in like gameplay? At all?
Not a ton, but I think what I noticed is that the AI is more likely to actually attack and hit. So that is
was one of the
significant.
things.
That was one of the major things. Yeah.
Yes, that was the thing I was about to ask because I saw him actually attacking you, and I'm like, I don't remember them doing that.
Oh, they would attack. They would just whiff, and that's because of Dex.
Yeah.
That's because we are a Dex build at this current juncture. So that means that I naturally have, and also my AC being as high as it is, being as high as this game lets you get it, means that I tend to dodge and deflect a lot of attacks. So that is not helping the appearance of the game here. But it is helping our playthrough. It is helping us by, you know, saving us money on healing potions, on the fact that we're not like a cleric, which would have access to the healing magic, to all the magic in the game. So it would probably have made life easier, you know, if we were taking damage, to be able to heal just, like, as many times as you need to. At least between rest areas. As a thief, you think this would be a good spot for a secret exit. Sure enough, you find one. Sure enough. So I think a lot of those tooltips are informed by your character class. Like, if you are a cleric type...
I would assume that if you were a cleric, it would not say, as a thief, you think this would be.
Precisely. Yeah. But, like, if we walked up to religious iconography, is what I was going to say, like the Shrine of Mask we saw earlier, or, like, certain runes in the ruins, and things of that nature, I think clerics would be like, your wisdom and your understanding of religions allows you to translate this, right? I think, like, sensing the presence and things of this nature, a lot of these tooltips are informed by character class. Which is a good touch.
Now, is that new for this patch, or is that something
that's been before? Ever present. I think it just means that a lot of, like, every time we detected, like, a hidden door in the playthrough, like, you know, you feel a draft coming. I think those are somewhat governed by, like, being thief, or by, like, some, like, awareness that you have. Because thief, there is a function that we have not used, that I have not seen a use to use. Search mode, wherein we walk, and as you walk around, it would help you to detect certain traps, maybe secret doors, perhaps. But ultimately, we're coming across all those tooltips without having to slow down. So I think the search might exist for, like, other character classes, that if you're really stuck and you think, like, this is probably a room with a secret door, you can trigger that, and then it would make those tooltips able to pop up, is my guess as to how this is all meant to work.
I generally don't catch those tooltips just because, like, you know, a tooltip will pop up and then, like, you'll get hit by something, or you'll take damage from falling, and it is just gone. Like, something like that'll happen, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think we got some prisoners here. Oh! This one's attacking me through the bars. Violent criminals here. You think they'd be grateful that I'm letting them out? No good deed goes unpunished, I say.
No, I didn't have to pay rent.
Alright, well, nothing we can do about that troll. And I did confirm that they do... Oh, here's another thing that is fixed in this version. The feetsies aren't doing a little dance. They're not constantly, like, fighting with geometry. I mean, granted, this body is still floating in the air, which is, you know, a different problem, but, So, you know, they were aware of some issues with the game, to be certain, and work to resolve them.
I miss the stanky leg.
I do, too. Let's roll it back. No, I can't, unfortunately, not at this current juncture. Yeah, I had a hunch. Video Game, he says, there are still Z-index issues, assuming this game even has a Z-index. It's Descent!
Yeah.
Yes, it has a Z-index.
This is the whole point.
Not to be mean. I mean, granted,
that was fun.
Most 2.5D
that was
games...
funny, though.
Yeah, most 2.5D games do... But this is not... This is real 3D, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is the era of 2.5D games, and it is fair to ask, like, can these actually account for verticality in any capacity? And the answer is typically no. The two rather large heads jut into this passage from side corridors. Both of them turn to look at you. Both of them grin evilly.
Can you blame me for... they say, can you blame me for forgetting this game of all games was based on Descent? Okay. On the one hand, you're right. On the other hand, it's called Descent to Undermountain because it's based on Descent. But no, I'm going to side with you more on this one.
I got
even though it is in the name.
What are these? I captured fear. I captured the essence of fear. What about this cloak? Oh, that's a +3. Yeah, don't mind if I do. And nothing changed, because minus 10 is the cap. So even though we went from a +2 to a +3, we've already hit cap. And that's not cap, as the kids would say. Or so I've been told. I have a bad feeling about ladders. I still don't trust them. Yep, and sure enough... Can I jump? Nope. Huh. Let's try putting a weapon away, see if that does anything. Nope, still stuck at the top. Can I jump? Can I... Nope, I just slide right down. Very cool. Alright, mercifully, I think we have a couple different solutions to this. Ring of protection, ring of protection. Do I have... Ring of jumping? Ring of featherfall? I know there is a ring of flying. I discovered that. I think maybe we will find it in this dungeon. We'll just take a potion of flying for now. That'll get us there.
Ooh. Do you think there are any descent models like left over in this game anywhere, like in the files, unused?
Probably not. Killing the spectator beholder. And that was easy. That was not particularly difficult. Oh, look, it's another halfling fella. Hello, good madam. Are you the next course? Next course of what? Why, Zabash's next meal. Zabash is one of the most powerful beholders in the entire realms. It's an honor to be consumed so high on the food chain. You're gonna let that monster eat you? Well, everyone gets hungry. You're acting as though that's a crime. It's not his fault, and I look very succulent. He told me himself.
I'm into this sort of thing.
Where can I find Zabash? Well, he's lounging in his bath most of the time. He doesn't like to be disturbed.
Oh.
Keeps his door
What was
locked.
that?
They just do the little animations. My goodness, what if he gets locked in? Who has the key? Well, I think the captain of the guard has the key. He's stuck guarding the door as well. Alright, I think I could probably talk this guy out of... Excuse me, kind madam. Does my thigh look like Zabash will find it tasty? I've been worried that my fat isn't marbled enough. Tire's blood, are you gonna let that monster eat you? I'm not so sure. I'd have to go and ask him. Where is he? I don't think so, but he'll probably be so busy gnawing the thigh bone that he won't care. That sounds a little painful, but I'm sure it'll be over before I even notice. Well, I understand it could take 2 hours for Beholder to finish a meal. 2 hours? 2 hours of pain and suffering? Ow's blood! What was I thinking? I was actually going to let the monster eat me. I must have been under a spell. Well, that's what I was saying, you fool. Let's see you shaking off the effects, or everyone falls under an enchantment every once in a while.
Listen, everyone's into Vor until you think about it for like 2 seconds, and you're like, oh god, no, wait.
I must have been mad. Thank you for breaking me free of this charm. I only wish I could do something to help. I have neither money nor magic, and I'm no fighter. You have 900 XP for me, though. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And they did mention something about someone perfumed, so I think there's another prisoner here. You're not welcome here. Can't you leave a lady alone? Do you have no manners? I have plenty of manners, woman. I just spent days trundling through a hot, musty dungeon, risking my life for people like you, and this is the thanks I get? I'm going with that. I see. Perhaps I have wronged you, madam. I shall reserve final judgment, but for now, I will treat you as a friend. What can I do for you? Fuck you, lady! No, have you heard any...
I had to double check, because this game's getting pretty lippy here towards the end.
Have you heard any stories about a spider statue? I think we're still on that quest. No, although the thieves are greedy little bandits, I almost read bastards, who would try to grasp any treasure within their reach, regardless of the darkness of its symbols. They would take the hand of Moander itself, provided that it bore a gem of small value. I'm afraid George is dead. Who the fuck is George's? Also, why are we saying huge eye, tiny eyes on tendrils? Did she say that? Did she mention it? Are we just like, hey, lady, huge eye? Tiny eyes on tendrils? Know anything about that?
Just free associating here?
Yes, beholders, I believe they're called. Alright, that was the end of that conversation. Boy, howdy. And who sent you to torment me? The beast Heinz? Heinz is dead. Can I allow myself to believe this? You don't know what this means. Tell me about Heinz. He is the enemy of my beloved George's and has done wicked inquisitive things, or inquitious things to me. That is all that you need to know. I'm afraid that George's is dead.
Iniquitous. There's an I in there.
I see. I still don't know who this George's is, and I don't know if they're dead, alive. I guess our character knows that they're dead, so I will say, I'm afraid George's is dead. Dead. No, he's not dead. You're lying.
I mean, maybe I am. I don't know, to be honest.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, no, I think I broke this lady's poor heart. Oh? Something's happening somewhere around here. Alright. I was putzing around making sure that this was gonna work. There's this whole patched game thing, right?
Huh?
You see this portal here? Under the waterfall here?
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, we got a way up here. I wonder what's on the other side of this.
Assuming it's like a trap or something, right?
No, it's a teleport. It'll take you somewhere. Somewhere we've been before.
Oh, you're asking me to recognize any location in this game.
Remember the goblins in the cells that we supposedly freed? But the doors.
There's been a lot of goblins and a lot of cells in this game thus far.
So this is like 6 or 7 dungeons ago. And this is the Thieves Guild. So this connects. Like, geographically, it makes sense that the Thieves Guild here that we annihilated earlier would be connected to the official thief headquarters of Undermountain. So, okay, we've seen all we need to see. Let's go back now. Okay, let's go back now.
Can't get a good grip on this teleporter.
So, if you were to take that door, you would have to go back through roughly like 20 minutes worth of like remembering how to navigate this fucking place, how to get out of this place, get back to the hubs, to get back to where you were in that other dungeon. It's a neat bit of like continuity. It's a neat bit of like world building that the two things are connected. It's cool that they're connected. Why can't I go backwards here? Why can't I just go back to where I came from? Why punish me for being exploratory by making me do 20 minutes of fucking backtracking? Just to show me that you did not actually clear the goblins from the cell that I rescued. You know? So they didn't fix that or do anything with regards to that.
So that reminds me of something. Because I'm still on this whole Shin Megami Tensei hole, where this is just my hyperfixation right now. Again.
By all means, please. Hyperfixate.
So I was watching a video on Megami Tensei, one of the first games, like before it was Shin Megami Tensei. And towards the end of the game, there is a puzzle where you have to put 3 gems into a mask, right?
As you do. Typical Thursday afternoon for me.
So let's say you don't have all the gems. So you walk out of the room. You're now soft locked. The room can never be opened again.
Very cool.
And you need to do that to beat the game. So yeah, kind of somewhat similar, maybe worse, I would say, because you're just fucked. Also, if you have all the gems, but you put them in the wrong eye sockets, not only do you lose, but the entire game starts over.
Huh. Can you revert to an earlier save, or?
Probably. Actually, you know what? No, I don't think that first game had saves. If I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that.
Earlier password?
I don't know. I'm not certain for sure. All I know is that if you fuck it up, the game does just start over.
Really another
Shadow
Shadow Thief leader.
Trying to remember what that original thing was on. It was not like Super Famicom or anything. It was on a Japanese PC.
Actually had to back off because that guy was actually doing some severe damage. Oh, never mind, he wasn't. It's the archers. It's always the archers. Ranged attacks really are the most dangerous game in this game. Oh. Uh-oh. Can I escape? Oh, thank God. Thought I got stuck in a wall there for a second. I mean, I did get stuck in a wall, but I managed to escape from the wall. It's the wall, brother! HH. I'm still torn up about his Twitter getting hacked and deleted. How could anyone be so heartless? Of all the Twitter accounts to take down. Alright, that's the secret door. Been through here. I could tell because of the bodies. Have we been here? Yes. Alright, I think there's nothing left but the secret door at this point. The secret exit. Wait, did we... Oh, we already went through there. Alright. And so begins...
Yep.
us figuring out where the hell we've been, where the hell we have, and how the hell to progress.
Decided to put clothes on the trolls now.
This is the prison that we liberated. Quote unquote liberated. I don't think we went up here though, maybe. Or probably we did. You feel a bit uneasy here, you sense some sort of presence about you. I'll have to take the game's word for it. You know what?
You're getting bad vibes off of this dungeon.
The vibes are wretched here. We have Ring of Protection, Boots of Feather Falling. Let's try this. Oh wait, nope, it did not let me jump over the edge. In fact, we are stuck. In fact, we are just completely stuck. I don't even know how I managed... Oh, whoa!
Whoa, okay. Patched version.
It ejected me. Alright, so that door we went through. What about this one? Right, caverns. I think I remember one path I didn't take. I bet it loops around to something that we've already done, but I have to try every possible permutation. Alright, invisible guy. Killed this guy. Go through here. Of course. Okay, so I really thought the secret exit would be something. But it appears I was wrong. Because this takes us to the ground level here. You know what? What if the solution is just flying around? What if at this point we just, like, play it like Descent?
Yeah, just poke at it until, like, something happens.
There we are. Hello, Beholder. Oh, it can fly for 30,673 seconds. They actually gave us a time on it. They actually let us know exactly how long it lasts for. There, another dead Beholder. It ain't no thing. For the hero of Undermountain. And how about another one?
That is 8.5 hours.
Is that?
You said 30,000, right?
I did say 30,000 seconds.
Yep, 30,623, I think is the number you said, and that's 8.5 hours.
Well, I guess we're flying for the rest of the game then. I'm sure it's not actually that time. I'm sure there's some caveat or way that it counts time in this game. Maybe it's tied to system cycles. I don't know. All I know is that right now we're flying, and this was not an easy place to reach. However, it has paid off. Yeah, I noticed there was something above the Ring of Flying. Alright, so even if we ran out of flying potions, now we have a ring that this lets us fly infinitely. And I got an amulet of shield for my troubles too.
Next, collect the lasers and then the missiles. And go find the generator and blow that up and get out of this mining.
Let me read.
Astro, what were you playing?
Yeah, good question. I'm gonna read this guide real quick. Go through the ramps, behind the door at the end, turn around, pillar in front of you, come to a passage, turn right. Horrible. This, you gotta describe the rooms. You can't just give me direction. Fight the troll guards, continue forward, climb the ladder in the next chamber, turn around, fight the beholder here. After slaying the beholder, turn around the waterfall, turn toward the waterfall in this room. You look up, you will see a beholder. Another room high above the waterfall. Use a potion of flying to fly up through the waterfall. Fight the guard, go through the door. Wait. Is there supposed to be a guard here? Strange. Maybe there's another waterfall. Do you remember any other waterfalls? I know it's asking a lot for you to...
No, I do not specifically remember other waterfalls.
It is actually hard to go down, to fly down. It takes a while.
Like, I remember other waterfalls in general, but not necessarily in this immediate vicinity.
You know, I don't personally, as a matter of policy, I don't go chasing waterfalls. I stick to the something and somethings that I know.
I, reference stuff,
See, Pinata Pequeno and the chat have the same idea as me. Oh my god, does every room just funnel back into the same two rooms? This is the shit that does make this game, like, unbearable to a certain extent to me. Is just, like, the complete lack of respect for, like, player time and, the map being completely inadequate for the thing I'm trying to do here, which is ultimately finish this game. What about the bright light? This take me away. Take me away, bright light. What could I be missing? What about up here? What about these waterfalls near the where we started? Nothing? How about this passage? This looks like something. No, this is where we killed this guy. Let me reread this. After slaying the beholder, turn towards the waterfall. You know what?
What up?
I think I got it. I think I know what it wants me to do. Remember the one with the ladder? Remember the ladder problem we had? Just pretend and say yes.
Yes, yeah, totally.
All right. If I think that waterfall, the one that was atop the portal, atop the prank portal, the one that just wasted our time, what if that's the waterfall they mean in this horrid, horrid guide, which has been a saving grace? I mean, thank God this guide exists.
It's the only guide, right?
The only guide. Fuck, I still need to find my way over there, though, and that's going to require going around in circles at least 100 more times, probably. Alright, no, this room is good. This room, this is where I want to be. Because I think the waterfall room and the beholder and all of that is connected in some capacity to this. Let's try to use the map. For whatever good this is doing for us. Which of these rooms looks like it has a waterfall in it?
I would imagine a tall one, but none of them seem particularly tall. Except for the ones back there.
By Jove, I think I found it. Okay. Prisoners. Beholder. Waterfall. Here we fucking go. How about you, sir? Anything to say?
No response.
An epic battle. Truly. So at this point, like, the game gave us that Ring of Flying, which is just a permanent potion of flying, effectively. Oh! This seems like a good time to maybe lay down a save.
Go for it.
And also, let's get a good close-up, because I feel like Dungeons & Dragons heads will probably appreciate the fact that beholders are just a common enemy in this game. And so it might be good thumbnail material in lieu of any other, like, extreme boss monsters or... Oh, let me... Oh, the framing isn't good.
I don't really remember Dungeons & Dragons, like, monster lore too well in every case. Like, at least I know trolls regenerate, but, I feel like looking at a beholder is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Right? They're not straight up Medusas, but just looking at them ain't great.
Okay, maybe this is not the room to get a shot of this guy.
That's not the framing right there.
Let's just talk to him. Why do you intrude on my bath without an appropriate arrangement? Are you prepared to die? I'm looking for the leader of the Thieves. And you have found him. It takes a certain arrogance to travel so far to see me. Impress me.
Wait, I was joking about that at the top of the episode.
Yeah, no, the leader of the Thieves is apparently a beholder. I came to serve you. Indeed you will. It is said that humanoids require a piece of the taste of all the creatures they kill. You have killed many creatures. To a gourmand like myself, you are a feast that I cannot resist. I assume he's attacking now.
No, just wanted to let you know that.
All right,
I can't resist, but I must.
But I must. Oh, look at him with his eyes closed. He's so cute. K4 Boomsang steals bathwater. Resell it, yeah. I think this might actually be a lady beholder, if they are gendered in any sort of way, because this is, I think, they've been building up to this. Because remember the bath with the perfume in it earlier, and all like the tool tips about perfume?
I was about to say, does it have long eyelashes? That's how you tell.
Does it have long eyelashes and a bow? Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I'm looking for the leader of thieves. I came to make a deal. Speak your terms. How do you choose to benefit me? How would you like to see the Drow gone from Undermountain so you can move in? I'll pay handsomely for information on a spider statue. I have connections with the Lord of Waterdeep. I'm very good at killing my enemies. Might do that for a price. I mean, this seems like we can make like a pretty good deal here. I have pretty high charisma. Maybe this is finally the one charisma check in this game. That is truly the mark of the professional. To slay most of my men with one hand and bargain with the other. Unfortunately, I am not so emotionally attached. Blood demands blood, and most of all, you are a servant of Kelvin, and he may not be trusted. Die. I don't think we can negotiate with the likes of Zabosh. I feel bad about that. Somehow. But the fact they're a man-eating beast that's killed hundreds and leads like the thieves who are like a scourge on this nation. I can't help but feel a little bad.
It was society that made this happen.
It's true. I got a violet gem key and a cursed scroll. Alright, so I'm looking at the guide. We're ready to return to Kelvin now. That was the quest. That was our mission. Mission accomplished. Oh wait, hold on. A throwing axe +1? What about you? Oh, did our flying potion run out?
Wow, we've been streaming for a long time then.
Yeah, something about the timing on that was... I mean, granted, now is the time where I put on my Ring of Flying forever. Right, Ring of Flying, Ring of Protection 2. Very good. Now it's just all fly all the time. So this is as close to Descent as this game is going to get, I suppose. Though that said, this is actually not as convenient. It is actually quite difficult now to go down when I need to. So, okay. Maybe not permanently on. Maybe we'll have to toggle this thing. Maybe we'll have to take turns with it, as it were. But it is good that we have it. It means that our flying potions we no longer need to invest in.
You put on one ring of flying and one ring of falling, and you just kind of clench one fist over the other.
I'm just going to take the ring off. That's what I'll do. I was looking for the other Ring of Protection +2 that I had, but I still have the Boots of Featherfall on, which I probably don't need now that I can fly. I can probably find any other boot. Or, you know, we are a halfling. Why the fuck are we wearing boots in the first place? I mean, we're wearing them for the benefit, but ultimately, hobbit sorts are supposed to be barefoot.
I mean, a halfling isn't a hobbit, though, right?
They are. I mean, hobbits are a specific sect. I mean, like, if you're looking at fantasy lore, like, obviously Tolkien did not write Dungeons & Dragons, but halflings are inspired by the hobbits of J.R.R. Tolkien. Which, I mean, I think the hobbits are a specific sect of halfling in the Tolkien universe. I think I don't know if halfling is the word that Tolkien would use to describe hobbits.
So the question is, do you consider Peacemaker to be a hobbit?
Canonically... Peacemaker is 5'2", 5'3", give or take.
I think that's tall for a halfling, isn't it?
Yeah, but, like, you know, short in the real world, as some would consider. I've played around with her height, but the whole point is she's supposed to be small. She's supposed to be short. She's supposed to be small and nimble, and then her girlfriend Kurlenko is 6'4", and fucking stacked in terms of like muscles. I mean to say, I think stacked has a different connotation now.
I had a pair of characters like that when I played Dragon's Dogma, the first one. I had my main character was like as tall as I could possibly make her and really beefy, and her pawn was as small as I could make her. Just so she could like just
Pick her up and toss her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couples goals. Admin Archvile saying that if you want an idea how bad this game is, in Fallout 2, there's a hidden magic 8-ball that gives you Easter egg quotes. One of the quotes it gets is, yes, we know Undermountain was crap. Yes. I am familiar. That was actually the first I would have heard of Descent to Undermountain, was the reference in that game. I would have probably been like, because I was not aware of this game when it came out. I was tuned in. I was playing stuff on like my Windows machine, to be sure, and I don't think I was played Fallout 2 when it came out either. I'm not pretending that like, I was like on the ground floor of that, but I definitely went back to it. I'm like, what is this Undermountain they're talking about? I distinctly remember that much. I did not know as much as I know now. Do you have any news of Undermountain? I hear Hallister's apprentice is unleashing nightmares on the city. Very good. I'm just checking in with the Peanut Gallery. You are rapidly becoming the toast of the city. I hope you're available for my next party. I didn't forget that you held out on 100 gold for like forever.
I need someone to come to my party to fucking kill people. What's happened? Why did they hate you?
I didn't do anything. This is what I was talking about! In the first episode, this is the glitch! It finally happened when we patched the game! In 1.0, this glitch was not present, but in the patched versions, you can erroneously aggro the bar patrons apropos of absolutely nothing by colliding objects with them, by pushing a table or a chair around. And now this guy just fucking hates me! Not like you need to speak to these characters ever again. Not that you
sounds
ever.
Like it's his problem.
Yeah. How about you, dude? Are we cool, lady? I haven't forgotten you. Hi. What's your name again? Great. Hi. A lot of problems we've had with summoned creatures seem to be a thing of the past. Of course, they may have just gotten summoned somewhere else. Be careful. I haven't forgotten you. Yep. Very good. Great. How about you, sir? I heard that an apprentice of Hallister has been very busy in the depths of Undermountain. Someone has been casting spells into the elemental planes. Well, very good. Anyway, we completed the first quest of the night. The first of the last of the 3 last quests. Let's see what Kelvin has to say.
It only took 1 hour out of the 3-hour stream, so I think we're on pace.
Well done. You have slain the leader of the Shadow Thieves. Perhaps we will be free of their pillaging for a little while. The Lords of Waterdeep are pleased with you, and offer you this reward for your services.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We should move to some more pressing business.
Okay. Weird pause, but sure.
He was seeking the hand of Eleni Roldagost in marriage, but their families are old enemies. The Roldagosts told Asborn that they would only permit the marriage if Asborn brought her a crystal rose from the gardens of the Drow in Undermountain.
I hate this fable. I hate this children's story.
To the yawning portal and took the plunge, so to speak. He's been missing for over a week. Safely to the surface. I'd appreciate it. The garden is a Drow monastic retreat. Look for a large section of caverns in the general vicinity of the area where you encountered the Shadow Thieves.
All right, on it, boss.
Go to dungeon and kill until I come back. Got it.
And rescue one. One guy good. This guy fine. He live. Man, I have so many wands here. Maybe I'll start burning through these. Maybe I'll start using up wands for funsies. Also selling this armor that we have no use for because wearing it would inhibit our ability to climb. I don't need a Ring of Featherfall. Definitely don't need a Ring of Jumping when I can fly. Amulet of Protection. The Amulet of Shield is worse. It costs less, so clearly it is just worthless. I don't know if there is actually a difference between those two. Bracers of defense, that's what we've been wearing basically the entire game. We have not found anything better than that. Cloak of protection, sold. This lantern, I don't think has any actual use. Maybe it does. I'll experiment with that. Maybe it works now in this patched version. I don't need this belt. I don't think the belt confers any benefits. I don't need these gauntlets. They don't confer any benefits. I don't need these lockpicks or these apprentice lockpicks, I don't think, because we have the journeyman lockpicks. Here, take this priceless Ankh. Fire resistance. I'm not going to remember to use this shit. This is the part where I clear out my inventory, because that inventory is such a pain in the ass to scroll through. There's no filtering, there's no sorting it. So I feel like now is the time. What is a potion of freedom? I think that if you have like a stat thing, it doesn't matter. I'm never going to use it. Hill Giant Strength. That might be fun. Invulnerability. That could come in handy. Of luck. I don't need luck where I'm going. Speed. Probably. You know what? I'll take that just for funsies. And toughening, I'm not going to remember to use that. I also don't think I'm going to use a crossbow. I don't need that ammo. I don't need to have two different types of ammo. And all these scrolls we've collected that have just been cluttering up our inventory, all these important documents that, you know, I think like in a more modern RPG, you would like sell them to an information broker, right? Or you'd be like, I have this information here, negotiate if you want this information. Or maybe sell it to Kelvin and be like, hey, take these scrolls I found. They describe the activities going on or these movements. He'll be like, well done. Here's an extra reward for you.
Or they'd have lore, you know.
I mean, they do have lore. You can read them. They have lore. I just don't give a fuck.
There you go. That's what modern games do, right? They just, like, a ton of
we
lore
don't pick
drops.
them up and keep them in your inventory, though, in a modern game.
Oh, no, they have a separate thing.
They have a tab for it. They have a menu for it, you know? These are all the miscellaneouses. Cool. Any armor, any cool rings, anything that is worth not a goddamn thing. And finally, I need to stack up on arrows again. And I learned that you can just do this, which is very nice.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Handy. You have like some crazy good sword for me. Bastard sword. Longsword +2. I think I already have one of those. In fact, I can check if I check this out. Yeah, longsword +2. Alright, that's as good as we're gonna get, I think. And I just want to say that this overworld map, which I've complained about since the first episode, that the most important space in the game, the most important place, is just completely blends in. If you were to move the mouse away and not know what the highlighted spots are here, pick out the Yawning Tavern, pick out the single most important location in this entire map.
Say it's like over to the left, kind of far to the left in the middle-ish. Yeah, yep, I got it.
Just so stupid. Marketplace being in the center, sure. Kelvin's Tower, Blacksmith's Tower, at least that sort of stands out, but like... And what have we unlocked here? What other buildings have we gone into?
I keep seeing something, like, kind of light up when you're over. Right?
K4
on the right, I could have sworn I saw something.
That's the exit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
K4 Boom saying chat's a bit slow here. Yeah, it's the 5th episode of Descent to Undermountain. I don't know what you want us to do here. We actively tell people this is the most boring playthrough we've done in a while. It's interesting to us, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. They can't all be winners. I'll be glad to have it done, though, for sure.
I mean, Thursday we're doing
Balan Wonderworld co-op.
Balan Wonderworld.
You know what? Let's take that potion speed. Let's see how quickly we can get to the next tier. Boy howdy, we're zooming. Maybe it's the fact that I'm still flying. Maybe it's the fact that I still have the Ring of Flying on. This is not that much faster. Oh, K4 Boom meant the delay. They meant the delay like between sending a message and appearing on stream. This is not necessarily a... We don't need to be completely like low latency for this. That's a fair question. Sorry to bite at you. I took it the wrong way. That's on me. Yeah, there may be some delay. We do stream out at like 4,500 kilobytes per second, which is not like crazy. It's not the most you can stream out at. Adam and Arcvile asking if we can attack faster. Not noticeably. Was this the... Oh, no, we've been there. secret door. This is the teleport to here. Symbol of Lolth. I believe that's going to be the final place we go to, the final place we visit on our tour. Up here. Which one is this? The Garden of the Drow. That seems to match with the description that Kelvin gave us. But just to be safe, let's double check. And also get the quest name, the only way that you can in this game. Asborn. You must find Asborn Moonstar, the young man who went to the Garden of the Drow to retrieve the Crystal Rose and bring him back to Waterdeep. Alright, can do.
Didn't you say... Am I thinking of something else? Didn't you say the quest names in the guide are different than the quest names in the game?
Yes, the quest names in the guide that we have been consulting. This one just says Rescue Asborn. The previous quest was Slay the Thief Leader. So these quest names do not match up at all with what they say in the game. They just basically like loosely interpreted what the quest names were for the purpose of writing that guide, which doesn't help. And also the quest numbers are off too. This building looks out of place here in Undermountain, but thinking about it, whoa! Through the gate, you can see a small pond with a fountain. Can I see anything?
It's very jiggly. It's a very jiggly pond and a very jiggly fountain.
I'm sober. Man, we are just one-tapping everything at this point.
Yeah.
How about you? Oh no, you are a Drow. You are probably not friends with Rang. Even though you're not attacking. So not completely fixed. There's still some people who will just stand and let you kill them. You can't completely fix that, I guess. I have to wonder how something like that happens. Is it like they're rooted? Are they underground? Are they beneath the ground to the extent that they can't like actually like, animate or move? Because there are a lot of issues with like Z coordinate stuff across the board in this game. Don't know if you've noticed that or not. And I saw a couple mind flayers to my left. They're nice to let us have a fight here. Oh, they're trying. They're trying to kill me.
Cave Core Boom asks, "Who's Cass?" Welcome to Bad Game Hall of Fame. My name's Charkie. With me tonight is Cassidy.
Hello, I'm Cass. Those are some meaty sounds. R.I.P. I do love, despite everything, these stained glass doors, c'est magnifique.
Yeah.
Crazy effect for the year this came out, for this engine, for just like 98, and then to have that effect like work as well as it does. Adam and Arcvile saying you should not be able to kill a mind flayer this easy. Fuck, we were killing beholders in like 2 hits, weren't we?
Yeah.
We would kill dragons in like 5 stabs, or baby dragons in fairness. Anything in here? Oh, we leveled up at some point, by the way. Did you notice that? We have 51 HP now as opposed to the 46 we were working with. I didn't notice until just now, so.
Yep. I didn't notice that you mentioned it.
Jordan Games requesting that we smash those pots. I'll break everything in this fucking room. I'm a tornado. This is loop back to the room that we were. No. Alright, it's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be twisting and turning and... Oh, I want to open the door. This dude's attacking me through this wall. You discover the kitchen. It is staffed by orcs and the undead. No one seems all that pleased to find you here. Oh, I think I... Okay. We walk around. This must be their supply closet.
It would have been weird if they did, like...
We're pleasantly surprised.
Start that sentence up again. If they were, like, pleased to see you, they're like, oh, hey! Come on in.
Please, try this. Let us know how it tastes. This corner area is filled with rubble, and there are deep gouges or claw marks in the dirt. Lying amidst the debris, you find a silver key. It looks as though it was hastily buried. I have to quickly read that to see if there's anything important there. And then I need to quickly get high. There's a small mushroom garden to your left. Oh, buddy, don't I know it. Believe you me. This is a storage area and pantry for the kitchen. I'm glad they're describing these completely and utterly pointless rooms to me. I can't imagine there's any actual use, but it is flavor text, and flavor text is good in a Dungeons & Dragons. You want that dungeon master, you want that, like, you know, idea of where you are at all times. And this game has mostly been good about that. We have talked about how this is not really a Dungeons & Dragons experience as I envision it. That, you know, to me, Dungeons & Dragons is going in with a party, is not a solo experience, is party composition, is not you just being the one-man wrecking machine. Now, granted, you can play Dungeons & Dragons with one person. You can go on your own little quest if you so choose to, but that's just not what I picture Dungeons & Dragons as being. But, like, the elements of it that this game does hit up are, like, the descriptions in that parser, as easy as they are to miss, discovering secrets, the cavalcade of monsters, there's another dragon there, and, you know, the sense of adventure. As you enter the room, a young dragon spins around and stares at you. "I am Syrian Flametongue," it hisses. "How dare you enter my lair? Die, intruder." Can we talk it out? No. Alright. I don't know if I'm actually hitting them. I don't think I am, as a matter of fact. Alright, let's try something else. How the fuck do I hit you?
I do love that sound.
It is great. I don't think there's any killing this guy. Oh, well, let's sleep in Dragon's Lie, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna loot you blind, buddy. I hope you don't mind. I mean, it's making this sound like I'm hitting him. Yeah. But I'm clearly not. And I never will. Gauntlets of Ogre Power? Don't mind if I do. This is just like, hey, all the gear you've wanted for the entire game, we put it all in one room.
Welcome to the developer's room.
Red gem key. I feel bad. This guy wanted to fight. What's this? This mace here. Looks powerful. I mean, it does nothing against this guy. You know, what does? Alright, I guess I'm just gonna leave you be, buddy. I would love to kill you. I'd love to have this fight. But fate conspires. Uh-oh. Oh! Let me out of here!
What?
Okay, Ring of Flying, you're going back on. Your only hope. Also, what's this Ring of Armoring? If I put this on... Alright, it has less armor than whatever I previously had. These gauntlets I can put on for an extra point of AC. Where's my goddamn ring? Ring of Protection +2. Right? And then my Ring of Flying. Gotta be somewhere in here. It is like the essential item that we've gathered so far in our quest. There it is. Put a belt here. I don't know nothing I can do for that. What about the lantern? I did say I wanted to see if the lantern, if there's any way to actually equip the lantern. If it serves any purpose other than cosmetic. Let's go ahead. No. Put boot here. Yeah, so there's no slot for it. So therefore it is effectively useless. There we go. Maybe they just figure that at this point you have the Ring of Flying, and that you wouldn't even bother to dare to try and, like, walk up those steps.
I mean, wasn't the Ring of Flying, like, hidden?
Only as hidden as the actual progression was. You need to be able to fly to get to it. And you also need to be able to fly to get to, like, the progression in that area. So I think at this point, they're just like, alright, if you're not flying, you're dying. Anything here? Secret walls? Keys? Sign. The garden has been sealed until the matter of the intruder can be investigated. The intruder has been sealed within and left to his fate as a lesson to all those who would trespass in our lands. Well, the door opened, so I don't know what good that was doing. How about you guys? I think this mace is our most powerful weapon. I'm just braining these dudes at this point. How about you? You have anything to say? Enjoy your concussion.
Apparently she says, "Yep,
Yep, 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 yep. Break a chair for good measure. That guy looks like he's like wearing like a robe. He looks kind of unique. Will you let me in? Will you talk to me? No, you're just a... I'm feeling pretty good about this mace at the very least. May not be what we spec'd into, what I thought I would be using towards the game. We've always been using the sharp weapons this entire time, but hey, any port in a storm.
I mean, that's how that works out sometimes, right? You gotta build in mind, and then you find something that's like, oh, yeah, I mean, this works. This works real good.
Let's look around this room. Uh-oh. Is this the guy?
Admin Archivile asks, so are you using DOSBox to run this, or did some admin make a source port of it for this?
This is just DOSBox, sad to say. There is no source port of this yet, though whatever source port handles Descent, which definitely exists at this point, right? Surely there must be like some sort of way. Like someone could probably take that. You have found the tattered remains of Asborn. The poor soul seems to have starved to death at the very feet of the object he came to collect. There is little that can be done for him now. Perhaps you should take the rose he felt was so important back to his family or love. Okay, so this guy, this corpse here was the guy we were meant to rescue. They just used the generic ghoul zombie corpse for it. But, yeah. I guess that's our quest. I guess they can't all end happily. I guess we can't complete them all. This door is locked. Tragic music, and an ode to a man who was just out to impress his lady love by bringing back a crystal flower, which requires infiltrating the domain of one of the most, like, notoriously twisted and evil and sadistic races in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. A relatable tale, really. And also, tiny-ass dungeon. Do you notice that? Like, as we get close to the end of the game, they're kind of just like...
Yeah, like, that's
a pleasant
like
surprise.
a 20-minute quest.
Hello? There's a few more kills I can get here, so you might as well. My bloodlust can never be fully sated, but, you know, each corpse helps. It is a little trickier to navigate with the Ring of Flying constantly on. It'd be nice to be able to toggle it. Would probably be ideal to be able to press a button to be like, ring on, ring off. But they were not thinking that far ahead. It's a real rogues gallery in here, so it's one of each of every enemy.
Yeah, like developer's room, debug room. All the items you want.
You already said that one room was with the dragon in it was a developer's room.
I mean, this whole area. What is a dungeon if not a very large room connected by small, like, passageways?
And, you know, developers did make them, so technically every room in a dungeon is a developer's room.
Yes. We're on the same page.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I might be leaving some items behind, Charkie. This might not be a 100% run of the game.
No, start over.
I mean, that's the other thing, is that there have been some side quests that we just, like, ignored, abandoned, which seemed to break instantaneously. Which, you know, that's the story of the game, isn't it? Oh, pot. Alright, good. This place is beautiful and quiet. You actually feel rather peaceful and at ease. All the more reason to be careful. I trust no one or nothing. More cloaks of protection. I'm already as protected as I'm gonna be. Muffled and broken conversation coming from beyond the door with the skull. She had me seal the gate and give the key to Syrian. He took it below. The rest is unintelligible. So I guess that would have been the clue to speak to the dragon, to go underground, to get the key that opens the door. Well, this is avenging that kid, whatever his name was. You can tell I'm really invested in his plight and in his passionate love. And this is the rat room. This is where we keep the rats. This is a formal reception area. It does not appear to have been used in quite some time and has become rat-infested.
I mean, I feel like the rats are the ones holding a reception here, and you just kind of very
Barged
rudely
in on
killed
it.
them all.
Yeah, that's on me. These gauntlets of ogre power. What did I just pick up? A cloak of elven kind. It has worse AC. I can tell you that much. Than the cloaks of protection I've been picking up. It'd be nice, again, I know I've said this a million times, this is maybe one of my biggest complaints with the game, beyond the fact that it's completely broken, is just not having item descriptions in the fucking game, to not just be able to quickly discern, like, oh, what stat benefit does this confer to me? What does this item do versus this item? Give me an apples to oranges comparison of these two different items that fill the same slot, so I can know which one is better. Just the absolute refusal to engage with that kind of mechanic is definitely troubling. It's definitely annoying, to say the least. Alright, we're still flying. Fresh. Backtrack all the way back to Kelvin, because I think that quest is done. Unless he wanted us to drag the corpse all the way back, which he should have specified if that was the case.
Why didn't you bring his corpse back? Go back out there.
Go back and
again.
saw off his head so I have proof of his death. That it is his body, in fact. Oh, how do I even exist? Who is our resident D&D? I want to say thank you, by the way, to How Do I Even Exist, who has been present for all these episodes and has been, like, every time I'm, like, asking a question, just like, what the fuck does this do? They've always been there in the chat with a quick answer. And so, they've informed me that the Cloak of Elven Kind is for the hide skill, or hide or move silently, which I do not use. So, well, you've come quite a ways, haven't you? The worst is yet to come. Welcome back. Well met. Hello, friend. I understand you've made quite a name for yourself. I always knew you would. It is well deserved. I think this patch has fixed some of the conversation trees. Does make people speak in the right order and not skip ahead to tell you like what the next quest you're meant to be doing is. I think it has solved that to an extent. You are heading into the depths of Undermountain. I can share information on its perils for a small price. 500 gold pieces per question. Tell me about his apprentices, Halaster's apprentices. Halaster's last known living apprentice is Ibbalar Thrall. It's not a real name.
You sure you can afford this?
Yeah, with our 100,000 gold. He is the discredited cousin of one of the most powerful red wizards. He lives close to a portal to the elemental plane of fire. He's a bitter man who hates everyone. The Drow, the Lords of Waterdeep. It would be interesting to know whom he hates the most. I don't know if I'm going to have time. He's probably just going to want to fight the second I meet him, but I'll ask. Tell me about Halaster himself. He was the Archmage who built Undermountain. He was kidnapped by a lich last Harvesttide, resulting in a great deal of chaos that allowed the Drow to re-enter Undermountain. Every time the Drow have tried to gain control of Undermountain, Halaster has exterminated them. He's utterly mad, but his hatred for the Drow has always remained a constant. Few have seen him, though he does make his presence known in the dungeon from time to time. Wonder if we'll meet him before the end of this game. Tell me about Lolth. She's utterly evil. She usually uses three forms: the form of a drow, the form of a great spider, and the form of a drow woman with a spider's torso. Her avatar or mortal form can summon drow servants at will and cast powerful magic. So it's a fight with ads. We paid 500 gold to figure out that just gonna be a fight with ads and faces, potentially. Oh, I said no thank you, and he gave me a free piece of advice. He repeated the piece about the Halaster's apprentice. Is this dude still mad at me? Yeah, he's still mad at me. You know, some people...
Listen, not many people can say they have an arch nemesis.
But I do. I'm lucky enough to... Sell that throwing hammer. Mace of Disruption is the name of that mace we've been using. Good name for it. I think I'll keep it. I think I'll actually, you know what? I don't even need the longsword anymore, don't I? It's only 2,400 gold. That means it's useless. That's the only way I've been able to tell, like, the value, the usefulness of given items has been their price. Which is as good an indicator as any. All right. What else can I sell here just to keep our inventory relatively
That's
clean?
that's why these gold-tipped HDMI cables I have are really good.
Yeah, no, that's what I hear. You're lucky to have them. Got another Bracer of Defense, Cloak of Elven Kind we're not going to use, these 2 extra cloaks. Money doesn't mean anything in this game at this point. I don't even know. Like, if I could just, like, drop them, I would do that, too. I mean, I could do that. I could theoretically do that. But as long as I'm here, as long as I'm in the store, as long as I know they're going to a good home, might as well do it this way. Get rid of that lantern. What's better, the short bow speed or longbow +3? Again, not knowing the numbers offhand, they have comparable prices, and that's all I know. You know what? I'll take the longbow. Actually, you know what? No, I'll stick with the short bow because I'm short. I think a longbow would be comical. Would be for a halfling to use a longbow, and that's taller than them. And this is not a... Actually, you know, I'll save both of them. I'll actually compare the damage on them. That's what I should do. That would be the smart thing to do. Anyway, Kelvin time. New levels.
So, you found poor Asborn, did you? I warned the lad. Undermountain is a perilous...
Single tear running down his cheek.
I could arrange for him to have a proper burial. The crystal rose should go to his love. He'd have wanted it that way. Alas, for Eleni. A young woman's heart is more fragile than any crystal. But although this was a tragedy, your efforts were...
I couldn't read that font. I thought it said custard.
He's got food on the mind.
I'm afraid, though, we have another problem. While you were away, 3 spectators appeared and attempted to...
Look at them.
to Undermountain. Have been appearing in Waterdeep in large numbers. There
Ew, what's that smell?
panic in the city.
Limburger.
Items. Unfortunately, these creatures are being told to guard other people's magic items, such as my staff or Lord Peregron's sword, and are attempting to prevent us from using them. This has caused no end of...
Look at this guy. He's no end of trouble for this man.
Spectators are being summoned in Undermountain. Find the summoning place and put a stop to them. We suspect that one of Halasta's apprentices, the wizard Ibbalar, is responsible.
Oh, I've heard of him. I paid 500 gold to hear about him.
You are not far.
He is not letting you into this club.
Name's not on the list.
He will be open to you.
Alright, so this is actually the penultimate quest. I've been miscounting this entire time because of the fucked up numbering in the guide. This is the penultimate quest.
Okay.
But it's just as short as the previous one, according... If we're judging this based on the length of the description in this guide, we are so close to being done with this, but I have to spend my last thief level before we... Yeah, fuck. Oh, I can't make it any higher than 95%? Doesn't go higher than 95%? Sure. What do I even spend them on at this point? Open locks is useless. You know, fuck it. Let's just make it some nice even numbers. Oh, wait, nope. Can't go any higher than that. Alright, cool. That cinches it then. Boy, howdy, are these skills going to come in handy. Oh, right. Let me do some inventory management, which is to say, let me pick up... Where's my goddamn thing? Here, drop. And then pick it back up so it occupies slot number 1. There we go. Now I can press 1 for that, 2 for the arrows. Back down we go! So how much do you think this having to constantly go back and forth between the hubs, having to travel all this way to get back to the next hub area adds to the game?
I would say it adds about an hour and a half.
Thank you. That is the correct answer.
I mean, I guess it adds immersion, but I'm not sure how much more you want to immerse yourself into this if you're not really enjoying the process of getting from point A to point B.
I think this is supposed to be... We're supposed to be able to read this thing here to figure out that this is the apprentice's chambers. Which, speaking of which, by the way, let me just make sure I look at the actual quest name so I know what to put in the video description. Ibbalar. Must destroy the Spectator Stone, the device that the wizard Ibbalar has been using to summon spectators into Waterdeep. If possible, find a way to deal with him. Deal with him, do you mean kill him? Just tell me to kill him. Don't tell me to deal with him. I don't need this ambiguity. Just, like... If you want a motherfucker dead, I'll kill a motherfucker. We've killed plenty so far.
Probably safe to say they mean kill. And if they have a problem with that, just say they should have been more specific.
Alright, we have chairs here. As if this is like some sort of arena that we can step into. Wait, hold on, what's up here? Is this where I came from? Or wait, I've already gotten lost, and we're not even one room deep into this. Uh-oh. Did I mean to do that? Oh, no, that's good, that's good. Okay, we're fine. That was just the way... That's where we spawn. I'm used to, like, coming through a door, but we walked through this, and it put us in the middle of, like, that little arena area. Yeah, a confusing... It's an unusual spawning point. Is what happened there. What do these switches do? Anything? I guess not. There's a portal in the floor here. There sure is. Before I check out that portal, let's check out everything else there is to check. The dungeon. For your safety, keep out. For my amusement, journey on. I found the formal ballroom. Can't you tell?
Yeah, everyone's dancing.
Oh, don't block the door. Don't be a wallflower. Got a scroll. You know, just for funsies, let's see what the scroll has to say. My friend of the Iron Throne. Last harvest tide. Boring. Alright, glad we looked at that. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't the one to take the lore in this game seriously. At this point, we're just trying to get this over with. I'm sorry. If you really want to read all the scrolls in this game, if you want to learn about all the lore of Undermountain, go ahead and play it for yourself. You know, if anything, this playthrough has proven that this game is playable. It may not be, like, you know, fully playable as intended to be played. It may be busted, but we have gotten from A to B. We are near the end.
Is this available from anywhere, or is it abandonware?
This, I believe, would be abandonware. I believe there is no platform selling copies of this. I have thought about it and decided that I don't want you here. Turn back now.
Okay, I'll be out.
You ignored the other sign, so I guess you will ignore this one as well. Man, beholders ain't shit.
Just killed him by the truckload.
The power scaling in this game. This is also a game which I don't know if people recognize this, but you know, like resting in D&D, and how, like, you know, you're supposed to sleep overnight to regenerate your spell slots and whatnot, and how this game's solution to that, and not wanting to actually have players have to engage with resting and meditating, is to be like, yeah, there's these rest relics. If you rest here, it's just gonna, it'd be like having a full night's sleep. Oh!
Oh. Hey.
That's a legitimate death. I actually, so many enemies were attacking me, and so quickly that I actually... Now, here's the question. When did I last save?
No idea.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. God damn it.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see?
Well, we've learned a lesson, I guess.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing.
I'm
Can't
drinking
you
up.
see? I'm
All right,
fully
speedrun
aware of
time.
What I'm doing. Can't you see?
Go for it.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see?
Let me up. Let me up and at him. No, it's down. My speedrun's off to a great start, Charkie.
And GDQ ain't for like a few months, so you got time.
I got time to practice this.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'll kill you, just because... I think we're gonna be under-leveled come the end if we don't get every single kill that we're meant to get here. It's... Maybe this time we can actually fight the dragon. Alright, this door should be locked. Whatever. So if I wanted to, I could just take what I have here, and we can end it. But I think I should get that mace. I feel like it would behoove me to get that mace, at the very least, and all the other items in that room. That'll increase our survivability some. This door is locked. Alright. Left, right. Right, reception area. I don't actually need to be in there. Though there is an item in the back there I might as well grab as long as I am looking at it. And that one that's stuck inside the wall. Yep, you avenged my friend's death. How dare you. Here, have a throwing axe. It missed. At close range. Fuck it, use staffs. Who cares? Very useful magic here. I'm glad we tried that. Alright, that was the end of that staff. How about this one? Oh, that was good. I like that. I'll hold on to that one. Maybe I'll save some of those charges for later. Okay. This is the way. This is the kitchen.
There we go.
I don't remember which room it is here. Not this one. So it was somewhere around here. Right through here? I still can't believe I died. That's...
Well, it's a grim reminder to save.
Right, key? Key! Silver key, even though it was clearly gold, because they only have one key sprite in this game. You know, believe what you hear, not what you see. Were there items in here? No. Walk around in circles for a little bit until I find the actual place I need to go to. Not that. Here it is. Alright, hello my dragon friend. Don't mind me. I'm just stealing all your shit. I know you can't do shit to me. I found the key to the garden that I didn't need because that door just opened up when we walked up to it. We already completed the quest. A young dragon's treasure is the tooltip for this room.
I feel like you're the villain here, to be
Yeah,
honest.
you're not wrong. Alright, let's... I'm giving you a chance, buddy, young dragon. No. Alright, he gets to live. Again. Right, Ring of Flying.
Yeah. Noise.
Yeah, it's pretty dire. Wait, do we get the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength? Of ogre power, I'm sorry. How dare I? Alright, that's our endgame equipment, basically. Unless something, like, spectacular emerges in the next dungeon.
A gun.
It's a pistol. Wait, hold on. I don't like leaving people alive. See? New fighter level. And it gave us less HP than we got last time we leveled up, than in our previous run. Very cool. Again, I love how everything in D&D, in AD&D, is dice roll based. You can just roll objectively bad. Just objectively, like, get fucked on a level up. Alright, you guys. You know, when their brains are exposed, it's very easy to hit them on the top of the head and just kill them, as it turns out. Okay. Anybody here want to die? This mace is incredible. I love this weapon.
Don't lose it again.
I'll try my best not to.
You are almost at half health.
I decided to not get high.
Just say no.
Do you think that guy's still mad at us?
Oh, absolutely. He's gonna chase to the ends of the earth.
Just check. I'm gonna just peek this corner. Yeah.
Yep.
Johnny Bag is saying, am I wrong though, or do any of the levels have skyboxes? No, why would they? It's all underground. So every room is an enclosed room.
Yeah,
Which
ground
just-
boxes.
But alas, they do not.
So, you found poor Asborn.
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, sell that. Do all the same things that I did before, but quicker, more efficiently this time. Hopefully. Bracers of Defense, Cloak of Elvenkind. Cool, cool, cool. Do I need to buy any arrows? Nope, my bag of holding is full, which is, you know, not how bag of holding works, but never mind. And save.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're really the one who suffers most whenever I have to, like, redo stuff in a game. More than the audience, more than me, even. It's always you I feel bad for when I fuck up. Oh my god, now the halfling hates me too? You know what? Fuck it, let's nip this in the bud.
Don't they kick your ass, though? Haven't we tried this before?
Yeah, but we didn't have this mace before.
Well, I mean, one of them has, like, a one-hit kill on you.
This one hit me for 5 damage, so... Fucking worthless. You think this guy might just be invincible? No, he can't.
No,
be.
we've been through this. Like, I was saying that I don't think he's invincible because I think they just gave him like ridiculously high pool of health because I didn't think they'd be able to put in like invincibility or didn't think to. And you said, no, I think he's invincible. And then we sat here for like 3 minutes and you killed him.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember that
And
at
then
all.
something else like one-shot you. This is like how we ended the last episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no memory of that.
I'm surprised I remember that.
This feels good, though. This is how I get my 100 gold back.
Then you have to deal with that halfling. And who knows who, like, what other patrons of this bar are going to be pissed at you for no reason.
For no... I mean, now I'm giving him a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll drop his stupid sword that we could have gambled him for at the beginning of the game. Assuming there's any end to this. I'm not healing. If he kills me, then that's it. I'll take the L on it. We're doing consistent damage. Oh!
There we go. Alright, next. Should I just get out my 3DS at this point?
No, I'm gonna quick load. At least I proved.
Okay.
I have proven now that I can, in fact, kill these doofuses. And you can
Once
level up
again.
off of them. They give you XP and everything. We'll let them lie. We'll let sleeping NPCs lie for now. Johnny Baggett says, is this one of the Souls runs where you kill every NPC before beating the game? Well, I need to drop my mace again and pick it back up. I forgot to do that before I saved. That's on me. There we go. And where was that last? Where are you? Home of Zabosh. Yep, we got that. Lolth. Brogarden. Apprentice. Alright, I need to keep my wits about me this time. I need to be aware of when I'm taking damage from all 360 degrees.
You did save, right?
I did save. I'll save again now that I'm in here. Accidentally saved over that, but whatever, that's fine.
Save now that you've murdered.
No, I didn't. No, I reloaded my save. I did not. We did not have
okay.
his death on our conscience at the moment. We're back to where we need to be. But I'm taking an alternate route to see if there's anything that we missed by going in that one direction first. I'm sure I could go through the portal and there might be something there. What about here? I'm getting all these scrolls, which I'm sure are filled to the brim with lore that someone other than me might be interested in reading. Inner courtyard. The inner courtyard is actually quite beautiful and serene looking. Yeah, in that 90s sort of way, I guess. In that 90s 3D graphics sort of way, it is beautiful. This will really help me appreciate, though. If I get high, I can really appreciate the beauty of it. Is there anything secret here? Is there anything I can go through the waterfall? I know this is the ideal way to demonstrate it, but... Oh, wait. Above? Who are you? What are you? Oh, it's a gargoyle, I think. Can I get on that platform? No, there must be another way. The ceiling is too low for me to fly into it. Dining room, ballroom. What happens if I touch this portal? Wait, hold on. Actually, door up there. All right, this is... And so instead of a staircase, this motherfucker is just like... I'm too lazy to take the stairs. I'll take a teleport up there instead. This is a rather luxurious chapel. Across the room, you see the symbol of Cyric, the Mad God. I hear a lot of footsteps, signifying nothing. So here's my way to keep the conversation going, to have some sort of
Sure,
like
yes,
to give you something to do here. What is your ideal Dungeons and Dragons game? If you are to video gamify Dungeons and Dragons, if the assignment is you must create the perfect Dungeons and Dragons game, I am stuck. Anyway, while I try to unstick myself.
Make the dungeon master a character. Not literally in the sense that they're roaming around the world with you, but like lean into the interplay of the dungeon master with the party. There's actually a game that came out recently. Oh god, I'm gonna
Crypt Keeper or Crypt Master, whatever it's called.
Yeah. It's that game where it's like it's like a wizardry kind of dungeon crawler, first person dungeon crawl. The gimmick is that it's all based on like spelling and stuff.
I can't believe I'm fucking stuck here. Fucking hell, at least I saved.
Crypt Master is the name of the game, yeah. But like there's a character who's basically the dungeon master, who is like always kind of observing you. And if you give any sort of like command by typing it in, he'll like respond to it. And like he responds to like almost any word you can think of. Like they recorded so many voice lines for this game. And like he tries to guide you through stuff. Like cuz like when you get items, you have to guess what it is. You have to basically ask 20 questions with them. Like what does it smell like? What does it taste like? How does it feel? What's it look like? And that kind of stuff. And like you interact with this dungeon master like character, and I think that's neat. I would like that in like a D&D game.
I just realized we missed something in the waterfowl room. Hello, hail wanderer. I am Thasha of the Moon Pool. Have you come to harm me and the wizard Ibbalar? Are you a friend of Ibbalar's? He stole this waterfall from its rightful glade, and thus I am trapped here. I am denied the stars. I seek his destruction. I have seen many things in my pool. I know things that can help you kill him and succeed on your quest. Looking for a piece of spider statue. To my knowledge, the spider piece is in Ibbalar's trophy room on the upper level. He stole the piece from the drone, covers it greatly. What can you tell me about him? Yes, right. How do you get out of here? I have searched for an exit for a long time. The Madeline's Gate is the only way to my knowledge. Any unusual places around here? There are many. This is the spectator pool. There's a piece of the elemental plane of fire below. There are many wonders here. Anything else? Eternal elemental plane of fire. I'm looking at this. What must I do to rescue you? This is what I'm trying to get to here. That's very sweet, but I am beyond hope of rescue. Forget about me. Okay. Return again if you require advice. I can use the solace of another creature's company. So we have a friend here that we can't save, we can't do anything about, I suppose, but we could certainly kill that one guy and then maybe get rewarded for it extra.
Let me turn the question around. What's your ideal D&D game?
Baldur's Gate 3.
I was thinking that, yeah.
No, that's not even true. I mean, I really did enjoy Baldur's Gate 3, and the amount of choice it gives you really is like an impressive feat. I love choices, making choices in a game, and that game empowers you to make choices in a way that just not many games do. I'm actually getting fucking killed right now because I healed, but the flying is not as useful as you might think to avoid attacks, because they're dice rolls, like everything else in this game is, but ultimately I succeeded. I think my ideal Dungeons and Dragons game is one where you create every member of the party. So Icewind Dale 2 was a game I spent hours on as a youngin', because you can create as many party members, up to 6 as you want. You can make them whatever race. You can do like everything from the ground up for them. You build them from scratch. And, the issue with that game is that there's just not like much personality to them, right? Besides what you bring to the table. So you have to imagine like relationships between them and such. One that does that a little bit better And surprise, surprise, it's Larian Studios who made it, but Divinity Original Sin 2 and Divinity Original Sin 1.
I've really wanted to play that, specifically 2. I've heard, like, really good things about it.
2's fucking great. And 1, I think, is really good, too. 1 has one of the most novel things I've seen in a RPG of its sort, which is that the two main characters can butt heads. You can play them to either, like, agree with each other, you can, like, make decisions. You can play as a truly evil character and a truly good one, and you can make them debate every decision they make throughout an entire campaign. So if you're playing a co-op with a partner, you have to do the rock, paper, scissors thing, and it's basically like, what your stats are, what your chances of winning the game are, and whatnot. It's a whole system, but like ultimately what it enables you to do is to have characters who are contentious over everything, but ultimately work towards the common goal. And you can use that to like, do like, to hash out like real like moral dilemmas in a game of that sort. Right? Like, like, should we take gold for this mission? Like, should we get paid off of this? And it's like, no, it's our duty to just do this out of the goodness of our hearts. But yeah, we need to fucking eat. And to hash that out in such a way as to like make it like to ground it in some source of like, someone has to be right. You're not going to come to blows over everything, but people will argue. Party members in a Dungeons and Dragons experience should argue. Not like, like frustratedly at each other, but like the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons, the beauty of roleplay in my mind is the ability for like is the magic of having characters of different dispositions next to each other. That's the appeal of it to me. That's the appeal of roleplay. That's the appeal of this whole fucking thing, is the idea of, all right, what happens if we put a paladin and a thief in the same party, and they're both good guys, they both like justice or whatever, but one of them is a fucking thief, one of them like is compelled to steal and to be sneaking, the other one like refuses to engage with material goods. And how do those two archetypes butt heads against each other or get along with each other? That's the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons.
You sure the beauty isn't in number go up?
For some people, sure. And yes, there is an appeal to that, of course, into building those characters, into like being with that character for such a long period of time. Like, obviously, like, there's the attachments that people build with their characters, and that's valid too, of course. But for me, I guess what I'm saying is that for me, the most fun part of Dungeons & Dragons, the most fun part of role-playing in RPGs are those choices, are those character dynamics being at play with one another, seeing like those clashes. And Divinity Original Sin really captured that in the way it handled those two main protagonists. And obviously Baldur's Gate 3 also has a fair bit of that with party interplay and decisions that you make in the favor of one character affecting others, gaining favor with one, making you lose favor with another. Now granted, most characters in that game are kind of morally gray, to say the least. So like that game sort of steers you towards not being like outright evil, of course, which you can do if you want to, but like in the way that you justify being evil in that game. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but like ultimately, like all the party members in that game are assholes in some capacity. Like none of them are really like the true red-blooded hero type, and that's great. That's awesome. And I suppose the answer to the question I was about to say, which is that, like, what if you want to play as a bastard, though? Or what if you want, like, a really good guy in your party who butts heads with them? And you can do that. You can make that. Your player character can be that character. Who is this guy? How dare you intrude on my domain? You were not invited. Did you expect to get away with your plan to plague Waterdeep with spectators? That is his plan? Why should we respect the domain of an ally of the Drow? Of course I was invited. I must have dropped the invitation in the dungeon. I know. I felt like coming anyway. I'm gonna joke with him. Chaotic buffoon, may Talos use your soul for his cat-scratching post. Alexog, aid me! Oh! Was not expecting the transformation, but good for him.
You have 9... Okay, there you go. I don't know the last thing you saved. Oh,
I saved recently.
It was a moment ago. Yeah.
Fuck you, buddy. And this little sprite fella. Alright, I think that was the fight. Treasure. Or maybe he teleported away. Maybe he just skedaddled and I have to find him elsewhere. That's probably what they're building up to here. Would you do me a favor and read messages in chat? Seems like there's a lot. And also, is that a magic 8-ball?
Yes. Kind Packet says, my pet peeve is when moral choices in games are very black and white and always two extremes. That and when maintaining one side is optimal because skills/unlocks are tied to it.
Why can't I open this one? Well, I'm getting all sorts of high-end gear at the very least in this room. By the way, this must be the trophy room.
That's a problem I've been having with Strange Journey, actually. And Shin Megami Tensei has never been subtle, but like at the start of the game, like the difference between like law and chaos was, starting to be more like was more like, let's be supportive of the team versus let's take care of ourselves on a one-on-one basis, or like let's try to be even-handed versus let's kick some ass, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But then like at a certain point, kind of out of nowhere, like bosses start going like demons will inherit the earth, and then you have your three options, your law, neutral, chaos options, and the law option is like, we will never succumb to demons. The neutral option is like, humans, I think humans and demons can coexist or something. And then chaos would be like, yes, I agree, demons forever. It's like there's no build up to that. There's no like, it's like for no reason all of a sudden you can decide like, you know what? Yeah, let the demons take over the earth. I'm down with this.
This is cool, actually. I'm currently trying to figure out how to open up this door here. I've opened up all the other ones. I want to rescue this lady if I can.
Hey, Arbiter Aurora says main serious SMT isn't exactly nuance of suspicions of law and chaos. No, it's not. But like, there's a certain moment in Strange Journey where like the difference between law and chaos is less the attitude you take on your mission or treating other people, and just becomes like, yeah, actually, I do want to join the demons and destroy humanity. Yeah, I'm down for this. With like, again, no build up to it. There's no reason for your character to suddenly go like, actually, you know what? Fuck everyone I'm with. Yeah, demons.
So let's consult the magic 8-ball. Has my progress been satisfactory? Verily, the answer is yes. Will I survive my next encounter? The gods frown on this question.
Dave.
Are there more spider pieces? Ill omens cloud your inquiry. The oracles say no. Did I miss any important clues? Well, Waterdeep stands, yes. Will I learn how to stop the spectator beholder summoning? Ill omens cloud your inquiry. Did I miss any treasure? The portents are favorable. Will the gods punish me for killing the kobold leader after promising not to? Ask again later. Alright, so this is where they put all their jokes. This is where they put all the comedy. You may rely on it. I wonder if I can trigger any other... Nah. No questions at this time. There you go. Good enough for putting that in there. So I didn't realize the Magic 8-Ball in Fallout 2 has its roots in this Magic 8-Ball, or is like, a common thread between games here. That's cute. What was that sound? Oh, I see. There's a little sprite fellow over here. Anyway, I was sorry to derail your answer to that question.
Oh,
if I did at all.
Not really. Although Chad is now talking about the, let's see.
Oh, these winged boots give me flight, so I can get my ring back. Hot damn.
Video Game King was talking about like what the kind of correct options are in like the early SMT games. That it was neutral in first, chaos in two, and law and nocturne followed by. I haven't played it. You tell me. I don't think law is considered the correct choice in nocturne. I feel like the correct choice in nocturne is neutral, because that seems to be where the game really wants you to go. Johnny Baggett said, I played a bit of KOTOR 1, and I think it is one of the worst of the two extremes. Either you're the second coming of the Messiah, or you're giving Darth Vader a run for his money.
Yeah, no. The dealing in those extremes is rarely the balance you want to strike. Which is to say, a complete lack of balance, Alright, this is the room that killed us previously. I have a strategy for dealing with it this time. Alright, this corner is safe. Alright, so my arrows do not hit that thing. As long as they hit this, as long as they hit these guys, I think I'll be fine. Well, half of them are hitting. Fuck it, whatever, I'm just going back to melee. Old reliable here.
Vegan King says, are there any SMT games where law is the correct option? Personal opinion, I don't think law is ever the correct option.
As a general concept, or is it regards to in regards to that franchise of video games?
Column A, column B.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Adamant Archvile says, I want to say the law option in Devil Survivor was supposed to be the correct one. But, like, the law option is usually like, you know what would be cool? Theocracy.
Rarely, if ever, the answer, as it turns out. Alright, so there's a teleport in that room over there. I'm assuming that's the way to progress. Oh, this is interesting. We're in hell. Luckily, we can just fly around, so no fear of burning our little toesies here. You're dead. Uh-oh. Accidentally guessed that one of these was going to be a secret door, and it sure is. Alright, sir, how are you doing? This is the voice of Kosuth, Lord of Fire. Did you not know you would burn in my domain? Why have you come here?
Please leave a message at the tone.
I like the weather. Wait, hold on. You're an elemental lord. Would you be able to return a water elemental to her own plane? You would have me help a servant of Ishtishisha. You would have to do a great service ere I suffer such degradation. The ruby. Ibbalar stole a ruby from me and is using it to tame his gargoyles. Return it to me and I shall do this thing. Now go. Do I have that? How dare you disturb me? First you insult me and now you hound me. Away with you. Oh, he kicked me out! He actually kicked me out of his little space. He kicked me out of his room, put me in, like, here, wherever this is. Oh, he kicked... Interesting.
Kick his ass?
No, he might be able to save that lady.
Oh.
He might be able to save the water person, so I just need to find the ruby, I guess. I assumed it would be, like, in that trophy room, but, assumptions make an ass of you and I. Why is there a ladder to nowhere here? I guess there's a ladder up here, but... Alright, so I know where I need to go. By process of elimination, I need to go here. Oh, yep, I see that fucker.
Yeah, well, he sees you.
Nice trick flying. I can fly too.
Magic Nails asks, what are the odds you finish this game in an hour?
More likely than you think. These quests are relatively short at this point. Ah, well.
How do I... Whoops.
That's fine, we have a save. We're good.
How do I even exist as the Elemental Lords really have an outsized role in this narrative relative to the almost never that they are brought up in other Forgotten Realms games I'm familiar with?
Yeah, this game really just, like, toys around with all the lore stuff. Like, our character is, like, maybe the most powerful character who's ever existed in a D&D, based on, you know, the actions we were able to undertake, the creatures we were able to kill. Like, that's why I was joking about the power scaling earlier, and how ridiculous it is in this game, how thoroughly just, like, fucked it is here. K4 Boom, I think you were just, like, further behind than, like, other people. I know you mentioned latency in the chat before, but you're saying heal, goddammit. I ran out of healing potions at a point during that fight. That's why I died. But I have means. I think I can get around that one of a few different ways. Let's check our inventory. Let's see what tools we have. Let's see how we can solve this problem that we've run into. Because that is a deadly room. That is certainly a treacherous room. We have that potion of invulnerability. This might be the time to pop it. Or maybe just Hill Giant Strength. We got 2 of these. Yeah, let's...
Hill Giant Strength is just going to be your ability to punch, I would imagine.
No.
Or, you know, hits with a... whatever. Your offensive capabilities more so than your health.
Yeah, but if I can kill things quicker, then I can be done with this room sooner. And take less damage in the process. Alright, so it's 3 hits to kill all these guys. Alright, that was it. I told you it would work. Why do you bore me with words? Blood shall settle all. Well, I gotta get a screenshot of this fucking guy. Yeah. Blood will settle all. No response. What if I got up a little higher? Nah, okay. Well, blood settles all. I was kind of hoping for a fight. Well,
take what you can get.
Anything special in this room? Anything like secret? Anything I can walk through? Or no, I guess that was just he's done for. He's finito, yeah. Which means I need to check that room upstairs again, see if I can find that ruby that was called for. Right, not here. Here we go. Alright, which one of these was the trophy room? Not this way, but I should use a rest as long as I'm... Were these both dead ends? Again, the geography here, not my strong suit, is parsing any of this stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, these are both... It's all coming back to me. We need to go back the other way. I mean, I'm assuming our quest is done, that we can go back, but I would like to save that water lady. If I am allowed. Is this anything? Anything here? Are you anything? No. By the way, I sure am glad I put all my points in wall climbing when I get when the end game of this is just flying, right? Still can't open that.
That's cool. I want to be in the Jellosphere. I'm cool.
This door is still locked. That's a problem. Yeah, I don't know what the game would want me to do here. I would assume like the guy would maybe like drop a key that would like open these last few doors or something. And I don't see that ruby either that the guy asked for. It's not. I have to assume it's behind this door. Wait, hold on. Charkie.
Blink. Yeah.
What if this? I picked the lock! We used lockpicking! We actually successfully used a lockpick in this game! There we fucking go. Finally, it paid off to be a thief after all this time. And now I'm stuck in this fucking... Fuck! Let me out of here! Whatever, let me take my boots off. Maybe flying is the problem. No? Sidestep out of here? Can I bust down these doors? Charkie. Why? Why does the game punish me like this? What did I do wrong? I engaged with the game's mechanics in the way that it wanted me to, and...
Hubris that you could win.
Let me out of here! Move it. What if I, wait, no, I accidentally adjusted the brightness. I did not mean to do that. Come on. I can't believe I figured it out just to get black flagged on the last lap. I mean, come on. This is so mean. This is so fucked that they just forgot to make this door big enough for you to actually pass through. To actually be able to grab the gem or what have you. When did we save?
What? Do you not have like a crouch command?
There's no crouch.
Okay.
Oh!
You have a...
Wait, no, that can't be right. I saved after we killed the guy, didn't we? Fuck's sake. Okay, fuck it. We gotta kill the guy again, but at least I know like what I'm doing now. At least I vaguely know. This is still the penultimate mission. We still have one more mission after this, god damn it.
Yes.
Might have to go slightly long tonight. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to have to do it in this game of all games, but this has to end. This has to end tonight, Charkie. Agree?
Agreed, yes. Sorry if I haven't been super...
No, it's fine. Moral support is...
Yeah.
Fuck's sake! This game is throwing out, like, all the stops at the last minute to make me, like, to sour... This is how it always goes, though, right? In our playthroughs. The game waits till the last minute to make me hate it.
Well, no, sometimes it comes and goes in waves. Like with Glow in the Dark.
Ugh. That's my sentiment at this point, is just, ugh. Of all the feelings I have, ugh, sums them up. Sums up the whole of them. Yeah, let's save right before this door, huh? Let's just save as much time as possible. I know I didn't drink my potion, but whatever. If I can get behind these guys and use them for cover, I think that's the secret. Assuming they don't actually hit me at close range.
Are you using your potion?
Yeah, the one for extra strength. I think it does save me a hit. I think it does save me having to do one extra hit. So I really should. I mean, I know we have the potion of invulnerability, but I might need that for the last boss, right? Who's to say what kind of challenge it's going to present?
The wall climbing challenge.
Fuck!
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, please, go for it. No worries.
Yeah. Be right back.
I will bang my head against this. What if we use that staff? What if we use this? Oh, I actually have to equip it, would be a good start. That maybe worked. I don't know how much more effective that is versus just running up and bashing him with a mace. Like, ultimately. Yeah, okay. I think the ideal here is full heal before I go in the room, quaff that elixir of the Hill Giant's strength. Where art thou, Hill Giant? And go. Make sure I'm not stuck in immersive mode. Alright, one. If I can get this one, I feel like I'm in a good spot now. As long as this one doesn't hit me, this gives me time to heal. And get up close. Blood will settle all, he says. Knock him upside the head. plus that thing. Just as a precaution, just as a safety. Is there anything here? Did he drop anything that maybe gets, like, stuck in the wall? No. But ultimately, what matters is that he's dead. I will save as soon as I get in front of the door that I am meant to lockpick. Because I don't think there's anything between here and there that I need to necessarily worry about. Oops, don't mind. That's just the one that takes you upstairs. Alright. Bedroom there. Alright, this is the door. This is me saving before the door. Save 65. Successfully pick the lock. Get more of these fuckers to deal with. Is there anything up here? Is there anything that we maybe like overlooked or missed? Like a switch that maybe... I don't think so. So you hit that to open it up. And then you get stuck in the room. Like, to reach it... okay. Well, it just worked. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. That's... Well, I'll just take it. I'll take that as a win. And I got stuck in this wall. Oh my god. It's... It never ends. I just want to see if there's any way to open this. Is there any way to save this lady? And the answer is no. I can save one. And ultimately, the water lady probably has more to offer than the Drow does. The Drow will probably just attack us the second we open up the door. If we're being honest here. This game has made me very wary. Dining room, ballroom, dungeon. Dungeon? Yes. God, maybe we can get this done in the next 30 minutes. I know this took a while. This definitely tested this particular room here, but if I can speedily move along here, if I can find this guy, if I can broker that deal. Alright, you. I sense that among your possessions you have a ruby that belongs to me. Return it, mortal, and I shall reward thee. Why do you always yell at people? Certainly. You have done well, mortal. Ibbalar's captive may be returned. Speak the words Bridge of Flame to her, and she will be returned to her place. We got 1200 XP for returning the gem, which is nice. Now, here's the question. Oh, this just says he's a gargoyle. Hey, fuck you, buddy. That's right, I'll take that ruby back, too. You ain't shit. Surely nothing bad will come of that. Surely that was okay to do. Anyway, it's time to go save our lady friend. Johnny Baggett asking, was that the dragon? No, that was apparently one of the lords of elements. I think that was a big deal. I don't know, he died the same as everyone else I killed in this game so far. Oh wait, no, we're going to the lady. How do I get to the lady? One of these is like the fountain area, right? Or like the courtyard. Yeah, okay, cool. I have good news for you, lady. Hello again. Have you come to comfort me in my grief? Bridge of Flame. What? I got 2400 XP for it. Now, granted, she didn't get to really say anything or like thank me. She just kind of got immediately teleported. But at least I get to get high. And ultimately, no greater reward I can imagine than this. Look at the pretty colors, man. Oh, don't tell me I got stuck in a wall doing this. Okay, no, good, thank God. Well, I feel pretty satisfied after that. I feel like we did some good there. Got XP. That's really, at the end of the day, what ultimately matters to me. And we definitely completed the quest. Which means that we're on to the final quest. As soon as we turn this one into Kelvin, As soon as you're like, hey, Keldog, Kelberino, Black Staff. All this backtracking. And now I get to keep that cool ruby, too. I don't think I could probably sell that ruby or do anything with it, but, you know, it's nice to have. People here still mad at me? Yeah. How about you? Do you hate me? No, thank God. I can do that. I can level up my open locks a little more. Very good.
You're in the...
We did it. We solved it. We saved the lady. We got a whole bunch of XP.
Yay.
We're turning it in.
Final mission?
Final mission.
So, Ibbalar's device is no more. Well done, my friend. You have truly earned this. You have succeeded where many have failed. You have faced drow and dragons, passed through...
Drow, he's pronouncing it wrong. I don't know what he's...
Beyond. Now, your final trial is coming. You are...
Fight me.
The greatest challenge you will face in Undermountain. Carry the spider amulet with you. You will need it in the battle to come. I fear that there is one final piece to be gained before the spider statue is complete. So search beyond the portal carefully. Without this missing piece, the flame sword's power cannot be harnessed. I wish you luck, adventurer. You have proven your courage. May the gods preserve you.
High five, buddy. High staff. Anything I can get rid of? That wand was, like, moderately useful. I don't think I need a wand of fear. I'll keep these in case there's any use to them. Rod of lightning. Wand of lightning bolts. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, whatever. We're about to end the game, right? So maybe I don't need to worry too much about this. I should get arrows, though. Yeah. Arrows are good. Arrows can help. Get some of those hard-to-reach enemies. Alright, hi everyone, bye everyone. Please don't kill me. Wait, hold on. What about the Mind Flayer?
There she is! Get her ass!
Let's see if the Mind Flayer has any last-second advice.
Hey, he starts beating the shit out of you.
Oh, he just has information about Hallister and Hallister's apprentice. Nothing new. No, thank you. Alright, bye, losers. I'm the hero of Undermountain, and y'all just suck. You know, before we go... Before we descend into the final depths, one last time, let's see where we'll retire after this is all said and done.
Oh, yeah.
Where was it again? Oh yeah, here.
You walk in and they're in the middle of throwing a big party.
Hooray! You're the hero of Undermountain! No, don't get stuck in that wall! That's my kobold voice now. Anyway, that was my house. That's where the home is. Home is where the heart is. Something. You know what I mean. Something is something about houses and homes and hearts. I'm glad we did that. And onward we venture. This last section is 2 paragraphs, but they're 2 shorter paragraphs than other ones. I know they said that we need to find another spider amulet piece. Put together a piece of the spider statue and use it to keep the flame sword of Loath from the Spider Queen's grasp. Can we put them together now? Is there, like, some way to combine these in such a way as to, like... No, it'll probably do it in a cutscene or something. It'll probably just, like, do it for us.
Yeah.
Who is texting me? Alright, can't answer that right now because it would take too long. Let's go. Into the depths. And we should be going left, right? Yeah, like this way. Into the final domain. And that is this way. I'm also reading the guide at the same time. Portal here leads you to Lost Realm. You appear in a temple with a few guards, deal with them, then go through the door opposite to the entrance. More guards here. It seems like a lot of guards, a lot of fighting. I mean, I probably should have bought some healing potions. Oh well, too late now. Let's just hope there's rest spots in here.
Hindsight's 2020, your health 052.
It's a pretty good trap I've trapped them in. Ow. All right. A woman's voice calls out, "Behold, he who bears that which I deserve has at last arrived. Take it from him, my child." That's scary. Let's just get out of there. I don't actually want to save the day. I actually just want to relax and retire on the 150,000 gold I have. Actually, I want to use that healing station there.
I was about to say, you want to go buy health potions since you're close to the entrance?
We will see. If the next fight gives me a similar degree of difficulty, if every fight is basically a redo of that, then I guess I will have to take the time out.
I mean, well, you know what they say? A ounce of something is worth a pound of the other thing.
We're really good with our idioms and our expressions.
Yeah.
You fight well, little thief. Well, indeed. However, my minions are many, while you are but one. Your death is at hand. Yeah, good luck with that. I know these guys can't hit for shit.
An ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure is what I was trying to say.
I think if I just go for the archers, I'll be fine.
There's something about Descent to Undermountain days that makes it so
Very
that I
brain off.
makes it so that I cannot get any sleep the night before.
Because you're so excited.
Yeah. I'm so excited I had to wake up at 6 in the morning for this 8 o'clock at night stream.
All the preparation we do. Oh, come on. I might have to backtrack. I might have to get those healing potions. They are doing some amount of damage to me. This is a pointless room.
And you have enough money to, like, buy several kegs worth of healing potions.
I have to blow my retirement fund on healing potions. Fuck. Hello. What is it you seek here, fool? Come, I am impatient to end this game. You and me both, sister. Come on. I'm just hoping, like, the next room will have, like, a rest point or something, you know? And then we could just, like, instead of having to backtrack all the way, just backtrack to that. Hold on. Do I have potions that I just don't have in my hotbar, maybe? Invulnerability. Kill giant strength. Nah, that's it. How about the ruby here? Can't use that. I just saved, right? Yeah. Oh. Upon looking in this room, you see several plaques on the wall. Each of them contains glowing script that seems to change before your eyes. There's a small altar here. Upon it rests a web of similar workmanship to the spider pieces that you carry. I then walked up to something. I press enter. The sign reads, and as it was foretold, the 8 who, when surrendered to the warmth of their protective cradles, will unite once again into the tool of the sword. Oh! Ow. Putting all the spider pieces down. Is that not all of them? Oh, wait.
Didn't it say there was one more to get?
That's what they said, but I don't believe it. I think that's all the pieces of a spider. Yeah, that's what I thought, game. You fucking liar. Oh. Statue of the spider. The assembled spider. Alright, so it assembled all the pieces for us. But now we have the spider amulet, presumably. Can I wear it? No, it's just a sort of memento, a keepsake. We just kind of keep it on us. Well, alright. That was,
The game. Thanks for watching.
Alright, I think we still have to kill Lolth. Oh, this guy says the 8th piece was already here on an altar. So yeah, the thing that we were seeking was just already there. Instead of the room near the entrance, there's a plaque. After you've placed all the pieces, you need to click here. The wall opens, revealing a hidden chamber. Here is the assembled spider statue. Take it, return to the main entrance. Back in the main room, you can see that there are 2 doors, one on each side. Okay, yeah. Whoa! It's hard to archer when you're flying, as it turns out. Why do I even try? I should just do this. Yeah, there we go. But there's a drow fighter on the other side here, too. Oh! Hello, if it isn't Kelbin's lackey, little lackey, looking for monsters to kill and treasures to seize. Hello, hero. Robbed any nice graves lately? I'm attacking the lawful enemies of Waterdeep and seizing unlawfully obtained goods. As a matter of fact, I have, but I wouldn't mind robbing yours. What business is it yours? Who are you? How dare you insult a man as noble as Kelvin Backstaff? So, funnily enough, there's actually some unused dialogue on the CD, and extras in a stuff folder, and one of the lines is Kelvin Blackstaff calling you cute. Just thought people should know that. I'm looking for the flame sword. Can you help? Can I help? Sure. Will I help? Not a chance. Only a true hero, and a few false ones, can navigate my mad lands and survive. Your perils are most entertaining. It would be boring to end them now. Farewell, hero. May you live in interesting times. Say hello to Loth for me. Tell her Snookums Blackcoat sent you. You received 0 XP for being mocked by Hallister's image. There's probably a way to navigate that conversation without, like, I would impress him or something. And then maybe he would, like, teach me how to use a sword. But this is what Hallister looks like, apparently. The Mad Mage himself. Creator of Undermountain. This is his game.
Man, that's a lot of hell for just an image.
And I am very stuck, by the way, here. So I need to kill him to even, like, have any chance of getting out of this. Let's keep doing what I was doing, I suppose. Except now it's not working. Oh, alright, his feet. Now would be a good time to pull out your 3DS, because I have a feeling this one is gonna... Oh, no, there we go. Never mind, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Killed the image of Hallister. This is the way, yes. And so I presume there's... Yep, you're here. Alright, so before we go into what I think this takes us directly to the final fight, let's rest one more time. I don't think I need those damn potions. I think I'm just going to pop that potion of invulnerability for the final fight if I need it. And that'll be a testament to the strength we've accrued.
It would be the time to use it.
If not then never. Alright, so then left here. You're back? Let me get a screenshot of you just to...
I think it's funnier from a low angle. Or a lower angle.
Like this?
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, more of these guys. We are so close to the end, by the way. Now, I might have to pause the game, not for like a break, but there's supposed to be a cutscene that plays before the final boss fight, and I don't know if it's going to play in-game or not. It probably won't. So I'll have to pause the game, Alt-Tab out, and like play the cutscene, and then get back into the game. That seems like the most appropriate way to do it. A beautiful drow woman stands waiting for you at the end of the hall. She smiles and motions you forward. What are these? What is this thing? Well, whatever it is, I broke it.
No, that was what was keeping the realms together.
Nearing the woman, you sense a field of intense power encircling her. Somehow you know this to be Lolth. And I think that warrants a save. Hello, Lolth. Hello, Lolth? Lolth! Okay, I have an idea. Off the winged boots. No? Okay. I guess we're just not gonna talk. I guess it's just, can I attack? Can I do anything here? No? Okay. Very cool. A man's voice calls out. The bearer of the key approaches. Let the seals be undone. The door opened. The door is locked. So we're just not gonna have like a conversation. I get this is like one of her disguises that she's like meant to like converse with us at this point. So we're just not gonna do that. We're just gonna skip that step. Whatever. I mean, why would I expect anything in this game to work?
Yeah.
Like that's on me. That was like my folly. Might as well explore this room. Get stuck in some walls or something. Is there any angle I can attack this avatar? No. I do have the key, though, so let's, see what that earns us. Ominous room. Oh, there's a ladder there. What happens if I go up here? Oh, they're like portcullises, or whatever you call, like, those, like, little, like, holes you can look out of when you're in a tower. Those are up there.
Peaky ports.
I think this might be Lolth. So, little thief, do you think I would tolerate you? My web is about your throat, and all I need to do is pull upon its strands and you shall choke. You will not reach the flame sword, tiny thing of flesh and bone. It will never be tamed by any mortal force. So consider yourself a warrior, a battlefield veteran of indomitable will, clad in steel, death in your hand? Fool, you shall die upon a blade. Flying expired, slow cast on you by Lolth's avatar.
Oh.
Ah, there's the cutscene. Oh. Okay, before we see this, before we read this dialogue, before we do any of that, let me show the cutscene that is supposed to play there. This is titled flam1.mp4 within the file structure. I'll stream this out to you in a second, too, so you can see the context. It's 1 minute and 6 seconds long, so this won't take up too much time. All right. DLC source. All right, let's see it. Yep, that's definitely us. That character is definitely our halfling, female halfling. And definitely not just the same guy from the intro. So that's cool that all of our choices were invalidated, that like all our character building stuff. They couldn't have just done like a cloaked figure or like just like something in shadows, like a silhouette walking up to the sword. They had to explicitly make us like a human male warrior.
You make him the director's OC.
I am head full ass because he's been walking like this the entire time since the intro.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw the spider when we walked in the room. I don't know if you necessarily need that visual reminder in the cutscene. If they needed to waste precious megabytes on that. But yeah, that's the cutscene that we're supposed to see. But again, it doesn't work in DOSBox currently. So let me get this back up and running so you can see the end of this game. I still have to do the final, like, the ending cutscene as well in VLC. Alright, so you think you've won? Your victory is mine and mine alone. I have the statue and the sword is in reach. You're finished. Why don't you cast a true seeing spell? Then you'll find out whose victory it really is. It isn't over until one of us isn't moving. You bore me, loaf. Let's finish this. That's what I'm going with. Oh, little halfling of flesh, blood, and bone. From the earth you were sown, and now comes the harvest. Fuck you. I can't get to the sword. Did I get it? Did I grab it? I see little minions on the ground. All I want is the sword. I assume the sword will, like... I keep getting knocked away from it. I think that's the problem.
Epic battle music for this final boss.
Yeah, no, they really know how to end it, boy howdy. Alright, fuck it. Let's see if we can even hit Lulth. I hit Lulth's avatar for 23 damage. How about I get rid of these guys first? I don't know how long the invincibility... Oh, well.
That long?
I didn't take the potion of invulnerability. I wanted to give it a genuine try first. I mean, it's not like we're cheating. We're playing by the rules of the game. They gave us that potion, like, probably specifically for this reason. But, I mean, luckily we saved here. So I can just do this and this. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another save, too, just to save us that, even those, like, 5 seconds. Heal giant strength. Invulnerability. What other staffs do I have? Wand of lightning bolts. I thought I had, like, at least a couple more than that. So I can have, like, some ranged options, but apparently not looking at this. Whatever, I'll drop it. I don't give a shit. Well, I think I can use half of these. But we have the spider amulets. Let's get the wand there, too. I want to have the wand more readily accessible. The good one, that is. I want to be in that slot there. Then I'll save in the middle. Wait, no, it's a different rod than the one I... Oh, Rod of Lightning Bolts is the one I could... No, that's the one I just picked. This is so confusing. I hate this inventory. Have I mentioned, just as a final note, this inventory, fuck this inventory. What a horrible inventory screen. You do not pick up Wand of Lightning Bolts, but I would like to. Alright. We have our quick bar set. That's my invulnerability. That's heal strength. Let's circumnavigate around Lulth. Can I pick this up or interact with it at all? Let's take off the boots. Let's see. I didn't even expect to be able to walk in here and just, like, do what I did there. Alright, so I don't think we need to actually pick up the flame sword. Let me look at the guide, too. In this room, you'll see both Lulth's avatar. Fight her, go for the flame sword. Okay, yeah, okay, so we don't need to pick up the item. What's that portal back there, though? Oh, of course. Fuck you, game. What a mean trick for anyone who... Just kick us right out of the dungeon. Okay. Charkie?
Yes.
We might have this done in under 3 hours. I mean, granted, we'll still have to talk about the game afterwards. We'll still have to do the post-script, but, we might not go that over tonight. Alright, broken cutscene. Wait for it. Alright, this little in-engine animation. Do you think you've won? It isn't over till one of us isn't moving. Same quote, same response. Oh, yeah, that hurts a lot. Okay, let's pop that invincibility and that Alright, first things first, let's deal with these ads, because they're getting to be a pain in my ass. Alright, there's one down. I can move again. I wonder how much invincibility time this buys me. That is the question. I also keep getting pushed around.
Yeah.
I got pushed out of the room completely. I got pushed into a completely different, like, realm. I guess keep an eye open. Keep an eye on the description for me. Keep an eye on like that field.
I'm looking to see if
Whatever, fuck
you
that
get
guy.
a message. I promise there's a lot of messages.
Looks like she's just gonna keep summoning people. You know what? Fuck it. I'm invincible. She's not. Incredible final fight. I should really get a image of her. Right? There we go.
Still looking for that message.
You have destroyed Lul's avatar. Oh, it arrested control for me. I think there's still some people alive behind me shooting arrows at me.
It was made of pots.
Curl and Neskar. I think this is where the final cutscene is meant to play. And of course, it's the fault of DOSBox that doesn't work. So let's go ahead before this is done and dusted and finito. Play the actual ending of the game. Give me 2 seconds, folks, while I queue this up and get Charkie so they can see it as well. But it's done. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Get your screen, or we're gonna do the
No, I'm sharing.
cutscene first.
Can you see it? Can you see the?
Oh, I see that. I meant the winner screen.
I'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
It's not over till the Spider Lady sings. Oh! I just realized there's no audio playing. That was only a few seconds of it, of wasted time there. Okay, one more try. See, that's what the explosion was supposed to look like in game.
The moment of victory was felt across the realms. Lord,
Hey, did you feel that? Felt like victory.
error in sending her servant against a foe who had already braved the greatest horrors of Undermountain. Her servant destroyed. The flame sword's power was again unharnessed. The destruction of Loth's servitor was but an echo compared to the destruction of the flame sword itself. For my part, I was relieved to see another dreaded artifact removed from the mortal lands. The great dungeon of Undermountain, whose labyrinthine corridors put even the webs of Loth to shame, seemed
For now.
peacefully for now. But I know this peace is an illusion. While Halaster lives, there will always be chaos and tumult beneath Waterdeep. It had been
As pictured in all these pictures that we didn't draw for the game, that we just stole from other Dungeons & Dragons media.
new generation.
Which is what all this art is, by the way, which is why none of it has anything to do with Undermountain.
The sun behind them, in search of adventure in the dark
Because
places.
we're considering you'd think there'd be a lot of art about
New
Undermountain.
adventure
You would think so.
dangers for any who dare to walk beneath the earth in Undermountain.
Alright. Now it's time for my fucking screen. I think I don't have it set up for the victory screen actually mutes the media, so I think I may have messed up there. Yep, I forgot to. You know what? Let me just make a note for that so I don't fuck that up again in future. But I'm not going to play the victory screen again because I played it once. That's all I deserve. I'm just kidding. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it a second time. If it lets me.
Now he knows you gotta go beat the game again if you want another one.
Well, shit. Okay. A night of technical mistakes and gameplay mistakes and a whole playthrough of them, really. And, you know, this is technical mistake of the game, isn't it? VO Talon, Jim Cummings, Frank Welker, Jennifer Hales, Keith Susie. What a merry band.
Rogues
there.
Gallery.
Yeah. Folks, don't release games unfinished. If you happen to be a major publisher, maybe just cancel a game rather than put out like an inferior product. Special voice work by Max the dog. There we go. I don't know. This game did no one any favors, to be sure. Didn't do any favors for any of the developers besides getting them paid in the time they spent there, but ultimately they spent the entire development cycle complaining on Usenet about the process of working on this game and the shit they had to deal with from the publishers and Wizards of the Coast and everyone involved. They didn't do Descent, the original Descent, any favors, to be certain. Did not raise that game's profile. Did not encourage people to use Descent as like the basis, as the engine for their own games. Did not put it on the same level as an Unreal or whatever. Dungeons and Dragons was not well served by this. Wizards of the Coast, or whoever owned it at the time. I don't remember the ownership stuff with Wizards of the Coast. Beside the point. The consumers certainly didn't win. The consumers were certainly the most screwed in all this. Those who paid for the privilege of playing this game and were delivered an experience that on release was borderline non-functional and through its patches was made less and more functional in different ways. There's no ideal version of this game. The 1.3 release, I have played it. It's a version I primarily played. It's not any different from this 1.2 in terms of, like, you know, major changes as far as I'm aware. And there's no patch notes either that you can just consult to see, like, every change that got made in real time. They were putting these things out just, like, as quickly as they could and not documenting them. Just hoping to, like, get this whole project done, dusted, and duty done. And to that effect, on that note, there is one more thing we've got to do. I'm going to close version 1.2.
Play it again.
I'm going to launch version 1.0 again for a feature that is only present in the 1.0 release of the game that was patched out of future releases. I'm going to share screen to you again, Charkie. Present in the 1.0 release of Descent to Undermountain and no other version. If we access the credits from the main menu, we get this.
What are we doing?
We're trying to figure out what kind of music we're gonna have for the credits. The budget is about $8. We can't hire much of a band.
I think someone mentioned Jingle Bells once.
I know some pretty gross songs we can sing.
Well, we could do something like, I've heard that,
Destruction. For whom the bell tolls?
well, Celtic rap is pretty big.
Celtic rap.
Celtic rap. It's like they have this.
Yeah, the Chris is stop scrolling here.
And we need a really, really fine piece of music. Like Jingle Bells is good. It's festive. This will be selling at Christmas time. It's good. People.
So there you go. Those are the credits. That is Chris Avallone's voice, as is being pointed out in the chat. Yeah, so they snuck that into the credits roll in the 1.0 release and other future releases in 1.2, 1.3. They just put like generic score music there, generic, like just one of the other songs from the soundtrack, because apparently people were not happy about the crack about them saying the budget is $8. Which is, you know, them joking, obviously, but also, like, a sign of the real frustrations in the budget that was assigned to this game, which was not much in terms of time, to be certain, and probably not in terms of money either. But, you know, that is a reminder that people are responsible for making games. Actually, let me do this on the epilogue screen. I don't want to look at that fucking Waterdeep map anymore. I never want to see that ever again. What was I saying? That people make games.
Yes.
Right? It's not the fault of the developers in this case, as much as they want to shit on Avalon. This is not the time or place for it necessarily. You know, it's not their fault they were rushed, that they were assigned this project, that they were assigned this engine. Right? I mean, maybe on some level, maybe it's something they bartered for, but realized very quickly was not the right fit, but they were stuck in it. Like, ultimately, this is publisher problem, the game. It was interplay, it was bad decision-making from the top, it was rushed decision-making, it was rushed deadlines to try and get this game out before Christmas. It did not come out before Christmas. So much time wasted, so many resources, and so many ideas burned through in the process of developing this game. And all that being said, I don't know if I hate it. All said and done, yeah, it's easily one of the most broken games I've ever played. Even when it's working as quote-unquote intended, by the time you're given like multiple tools to have flight on all the time, and the way that breaks the game, in terms of how cramped the interiors are and how bad the collision is, to give you the ability to fly was like one of the dumbest decisions, I think. I know it's the Descent engine, and you kind of have to have that by the end, but with those interiors, just a horrible idea from top to bottom there. The fact that the final boss fight, you know, as long as you have that potion of invulnerability, I can't imagine that without that potion, by the way. That looked impossible without the potion of invulnerability. I think that potion exists for that fight, for that purpose, for that moment, and not a moment sooner. But despite all that, I think it is the brokenness. Like, I can't say I like this game legitimately. I can appreciate some of its merits. I can appreciate what they were going for. I can appreciate the attempts at storytelling, the early attempts at, you know, your character defining the adventure around you and having, like, these unique bonuses for each class that we didn't really get to manifest or demonstrate by picking one class and sticking with it, right? And the availability of magic stuff, all the spells on offer in the game are probably pretty fun if you decide to go with a magic class. Having that variety of attacks, so combat is more than just rapid pressing the left mouse button as much as possible. There are probably ways to improve this experience and how you approach it. If you, the viewer, decides to become the player and approach this game and attempt this game for yourself, I'd probably recommend going the magic route, seeing how that goes. Or at the very least, picking a fighter so you have more HP to work with. Definitely don't pick Thief. But, it's... For me, I guess the thing that really is most interesting beyond that is the fact that it's so broken, and seeing a game that released in this state that is still technically completable, and having to problem solve your way through each of those things. As frustrating as it was to keep getting stuck inside of objects, or for accidentally sequence break, or just for like the game to fall apart on us in whatever spectacular ways it did, the constant halls of mirrors, and flying through walls, and all the shit that we encountered through the course of this game, how often can you say a video game makes you encounter that stuff? Most games that release are finished. Most games that release are not that broken.
Yes.
And yet, we are faced with one that was... They attempted to patch it, and they still couldn't get a hold on it. Just demonstrating just, like, how fucked top to bottom this whole product is. And so, I think there's a sort of magic to that. In the same way that I say, like, a Ride to Hell Retribution is magic because you play that game, and you know every inch of how the sausage was made. When there's literal code floating above your head in that game, you know, and in this game it's very much the same way, that if you approach this game as like, if you are a game developer, someone who is interested in programming in 3D, who understands like concepts like vertices and coordinates and texture mapping and polygons and things of that nature, and you play this game, you will learn things. I think you would play this game and you'd be like, never do that. I know exactly what's happening here and why this doesn't work. I can't believe they tried to get away with this. That's the sort of experience that I wish I could have. I wish I was that well versed. I have admittedly only like I understand concepts of development, but I'm not a developer myself, obviously. But even then, even from my perspective, this is someone who enjoys games and who appreciates the bad ones very often and tries to figure out what makes a game bad. This game is pretty self-evident what makes it bad. It's the fact that it's unfinished. And, there's really not much you can say about that. But at the very least, even in its unfinished state, you can still get a sense for the ideas they were trying to traffic in. And you get an education in game design, and level design, and stage design, and combat mechanics, and all this stuff. And I think there's a merit to that. And if you are just like a hardcore Dungeons & Dragons fan who just wants to play a first-person Dungeons & Dragons game, it turns out there's not too many of those. So I guess this is your best option. Unless there's one I'm forgetting.
There has to be a better option.
There has to be,
There
right?
has to be more. Yeah.
And again, I know what your answer is going to be, but do you have any final thoughts, thoughts on Descent to Undermountain, this road, this tunnel we've dug?
I think that there is a fascinating story in terms of how this game was developed, what was kind of expected this game, how this all turned out. There's, like you said, there are lessons to be learned, both in terms of how to program a game and how to run a business. I think that's all very interesting. I think what is far less interesting from an observer's point of view is the game itself. Over a long period of time. Like this, I think you said this at the top. This is a thing that I think, folks, thanks for sitting through 5 episodes, but I feel like this is a thing that anyone watching or necessarily maybe even playing could look at the first couple hours and go I understand.
Yeah.
I see what happened here.
But sometimes.
But someone's got to beat them.
Someone's got to beat them. It's got to be someone who showcases this games, who has this archive up, who puts this playthrough up and puts their thoughts on it over the course, peppers it throughout the playthrough. I do thank folk for sticking with us, those of you who decided to, and those who didn't, who didn't stick through, fuck them. No, I completely understand where they're coming from to not want to sit through this one. But I mean, that's occasionally what the Bad Game Hall of Fame is going to be. This is how the sausage gets made in terms of figuring out the bad games and figuring out what to say about them and coming with meaningful critique of them. And I firmly believe that you have to play stuff to be able to talk about it. To talk about it in depth, to talk about it with any degree of completeness or full understanding of it. And so now I can say that I have played through Descent to Undermountain. I have the proof. I have the evidence. And I can now say with certainty and authority that Descent to Undermountain is a bad game. But I kind of had some fun with it, despite everything. Again, stream poison. But that's just how it is sometimes on this bitch of an earth. If you liked what you saw, if you sat through 5 episodes of Descent to Undermountain to reach this screen, to reach this moment here, you're a sicko. Consider subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, boosting us on Discord. Please hit him with a link to the Discord server. You're our kind of people. If you sat through all this, you're my kind of people. And I'd love to have you hang out with us, help steer the direction of the show. Maybe don't steer us towards another Descent to Undermountain type game, not for a while. Maybe steer us towards something more exciting for the folk to watch, because this Thursday coming up, we do have the Balan Wonderworld co-op playthrough beginning, and I know that will be a good one, but we got to figure out what to replace Tuesdays with now that we're finally done with this. I have to figure something out. So maybe I'll take recommendations in the Patreon Saints channel. Maybe I will hear some folk out. It's just random ideas you might have. And it might be I end up picking one of those for the next Tuesday playthrough. Who's to say? That's not a hard and fast commitment. It's just an idea I'm floating here at the end of all things. Speaking of the end, this is usually the time of the show where we raid someone, so I should see who is currently streaming. Not many folk. Honestly, not many folk at the moment. Hexymaniac is playing Ys 3, The Oath in Felgahana. I'm sure I got that pronunciation right. So maybe consider, if you like this RPG that you just watched us play through, maybe you'll like it. It's an inferior RPG in the Ys series. It's not as prestige as Dungeons and Dragons, so I just can't imagine it being any better than what we played here tonight. But consider tuning in, showing them some love. And with that being said, all said and done, I have been Cassidy, your dungeon master, your thief, your peacemaker stand-in this RPG.
And I've been Charkie, your DoorDash person who just interrupts the whole thing for like a couple minutes.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. And for now, bye!
Good night, everybody.